show. There's only one rule, and that's it. And trust me, we get a little loose. But what is the rule, Hakatomi Plaza?
Don't be a loser.
Don't be a loser, man. And that refers to gambling and whatever. How about don't steal anything? Don't lose anything. don't be conned.
Yeah.
Don't be a loser. Hold on to your money. That should be the theme. And we hope you guys enjoy this. We're gonna give you a bunch of little nuggets as who said?
Luke said it. He said nerd nugget.
Nerd nuggets.
I was watching it today. I was like, what type of person
Nerd
is that?
nuggets. It's a pretty good phrase, actually.
Fucking dork.
He called it nerd nuggets. It's very relatable. But this is episode 82, and we're finally in the 80s. We will go over some famous 82 pro athletes. I was interrupted. I have two. There's a bunch of them, but two that I think are only noteworthy.
Let's hear him.
I'm going to start off with Ozzie Newsome, tight end for 13 years. It was interesting.
He's a better GM than he was a tight end.
Yes, but Bear Bryant, because I didn't know this. Ozzie Newsome went to Alabama. Bear Bryant said he's the best tight end in Alabama history. From the 70s, I can't remember of other good tight end actually coming out of Alabama.
No.
Yeah.
O.J. Howard might have been the best one coming out.
Yeah. So Ozzie Newsome, legend, great freaking GM for the Baltimore Ravens, and really showed people how to freaking draft because they've been G's as far as drafting. And
except for Kyle Bowler.
He's still in the organization. He's just not the GM anymore. He's associated in some other way. He's like executive vice president. But the other 82 just happens to be another tight end. Shannon Sharp.
He wore 82 on the Ravens?
On the Broncos.
On the Broncos, he wore 84.
No, he's right. He wore 84 on the Broncos.
Well, then it was 82
Yeah.
on the Ravens.
So it was 82 on the Ravens then, I think.
Did he?
On Denver, he's 84.
No, I know
Can you
for-
look
yeah,
at that?
no.
Can you
Yeah, I
fact
know for
check
a
that,
fact.
anybody?
Yeah.
His name is here on 82, the 82 list.
Yeah, but he's got to be
Maybe it was a
82 on the
Baltimore.
Ravens.
Yeah.
He had 84.
4 was his Denver Bronco number. That was his number.
What do you see as? Do you see him as a Bronco or a Raven?
1,000% a Bronco. It's not even
Bronco.
close.
Okay.
He was 82 on the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he had a 80-yard touchdown against the Raiders.
Wow.
With the
so did
Ravens.
him and anybody
Here we go. That was in
else. Not a shocker.
it was an AFC championship game, I think.
That was not.
First round playoffs.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Or fucking preseason. I mean,
It wasn't Super Bowl last year.
no.
You sure?
No. 82 that I remember as a kid was John Taylor. Who played opposite Jerry Rice.
Great pull.
John Taylor, number
The
82.
slant against the
Yeah.
49ers.
Against Cowboys.
Was it against?
Yeah, he was a Niner.
I mean, he was a Niner. Yeah, that's what I meant. But John Taylor, probably a little bit overshadowed because he had the GOAT
yeah.
right next to him. But that was a good 1-2 punch. Fast as hell. Anyone else with some famous
82 is
82s?
kind of fucked up receiver number.
You have John Stallworth.
John Stallworth.
Yeah.
Probably the least deserving, if I could say, Hall of Famer. Their numbers are trash. But because
They won so much.
they won so
Kinda
much.
like the Bulls.
And oh, wow. And who was on the opposite side of Stallworth?
Lynn Swan?
Lynn Swan. Because I think both numbers, if you look at their numbers, they're not great numbers.
No.
But they were just
Because their quarterback wasn't great either.
Yeah,
He's fucking
yeah.
a turd.
They
What
won
was he
a
doing to that turd?
Terry Bradshaw. Fucking turd.
no. I don't stamp that as approval.
I'm just saying.
Dude, if you hear, I mean, he literally was the offensive coordinator. They had an offensive
Wonderful. Would you
coordinator.
have 3 fucking plays?
He called plays that it was like Sandlot. He was drawing shit up in the fucking huddle. That's
Yeah.
a true story.
In the dirt. You're going to run this. You're going to run. Get the fuck
So
out of here.
you
That guy's as dumb as a fucking doorknob.
He's a freaking billionaire because he's sort of played that role.
Dumb as fuck. There you go.
How? No, listen. He plays that dumb. I'm a cowboy, Southern. I'm dumb, but dude has made a career out of it. So how dumb can he be? It's like the Gronk thing. You know, Gronk plays I'm a meathead, go to a club thing.
I think
Even
Gronk's
me
actually-
know
You
not
know who
real
did
money.
that? Ryan Garcia.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
No, I think Ryan Garcia is something's wrong with that vato.
I mean, come on. He played stupid, acted like he was drinking every time and drinking, getting drunk, and then came out and tapped that ass. I'm just saying.
You might be right.
He did that for one fight. Terry Bradshaw's been playing this fucking role for 40
They're really good
years.
actors.
and I've heard the same thing about Gronk. I've heard that Gronk, it's a show. Like he plays up to the meathead. I like the party fist pump thing, but I heard he's pretty smart. That's what I've heard. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. That motherfucker looks dumb as fuck. Too.
Again, he's gonna be the next Terry Bradshaw and be on TV. I mean, he has the commercials for
Yeah, he's on NFL Fox too.
yeah,
right?
NFL Fox, USAA, shit. I mean,
Yeah, he's on a bunch of shit.
yeah,
FanDuel.
yeah. He's dude. You see him
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
he has
time.
the
Have,
kick every year on the Super Bowl.
have you seen the FanDuel where he's betting these big hands at I don't know if it's the win,
I'm not sure.
but anyways, his agent badass, and he's playing that role. So yeah, let's put a poll out. Is Terry Bradshaw really that dumb?
yes. Fuck yes.
Every play is just either run it and find the hole, or
Yeah.
get open.
Or just get
I
open.
mean, listen, those
Just get open. I'll throw you damn ball.
those fucking
I'll see it
teams were fucking just littered with Hall of Famers everywhere. Those Steeler teams,
I consider those Steelers.
Franco
teams-
Harris,
I consider
Rocky
those
Blair.
Steeler teams like the Celtics teams of the 60s. 3-1. There's the over.
Bang.
dang, we're watching. Actually, tell them what we're watching, Rafa.
Inter Miami versus Atlanta United. Miami is shockingly down 3-1 at home, but the over has just hit.
And
And this Atlanta fan's pointing at a Miami fan. I told you we're going to beat you.
And it's the 73rd minute, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like it's early.
No, this
This
shit,
is a tough hill.
shit might be over.
I mean, what did Messi have a couple weeks ago? 5 goals and fucking
Yeah.
like
4 assists in the goal, and
yeah. So it's not impossible, but that's what we're dealing with right now. Guys, you guys know we'll get into your fired. We do this every week. Someone grinding your gears.
Michelle just wants to say hello.
Michelle, how you doing? Hall of Famer, Michelle. She is a Hall of Famer.
She's already in the rafters.
Yes.
Yeah.
The jersey's already up. Yeah, I forget what number Michelle was. I think she was number 10. I forget. But yeah, Michelle got a full scholarship in high school
really,
to play volleyball. That's how good she was. Bell Jeff said, we want you to come play, and gave her a scholarship. Michelle, you're a G. Thank you for checking in.
Before we start, you want to just scoot in a teeny bit?
Yeah, I could do that.
That way you're fully in frame.
I could do that.
Feel a little close to Rafa.
I have no problem with that. Let's get into your fired. CJ, you ready to fire somebody? I know you always are, man.
always,
That's not true.
always.
That is so true.
I'm a lover.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
here we go.
Lover.
What do you got?
But I've been fucking hating
I knew.
the WNBA.
Oh, finally you're on my page.
I have been the biggest supporter, defender. I have been Mr. WNBA on this podcast. They
You have.
have been
You have.
sucking
As far as
everything. The
Have you
shooting,
watched
the
any
game,
games?
the
So
game.
you're saying all of a sudden it's now it's
And
not
now it's
watchable?
not good?
But so this is the thing. This is what y'all gotta understand. I enjoyed watching fundamental basketball. We all know women
bounce
play.
passes,
Yeah, all that
bank
shit.
shots.
Yes, all that shit.
Two-hand bounce passes.
Yeah.
Right. I like that seeing that. It breaks it down for me.
Well, you're the only one, Papa.
Right. No, there's other people.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
This shit's been
He doesn't like
trash.
watching highlights,
Caitlin
though.
Clark has not been good. Like obviously her points have been decent, but her team is trash. The whole shit is just trash. It's just bad. Like I'm not even watching it. I tuned it. Like I said, I didn't watch it. I tuned into like half a game. It was just bad. They're missing fucking layups and missing wide
Okay,
open
but
threes.
CJ,
Bro, it's
shit hasn't changed, bro.
no,
Like,
bro, it's
like,
worse.
No.
It's gotten worse. Yes. Yeah, I watched it. I know it's gotten worse than it already was.
So
So
the-
Caitlin Clark joined and the shit got worse.
Oh man, I don't agree with that.
It's not bad because of Caitlyn.
No, I'm not saying it's just the shit's just
I think-
worse.
I haven't watched any games, but
It's probably because you're just paying more attention.
probably what it is.
What are you talking about?
Ooh.
I watched more WNBA before Caitlin Clark joined. I'm watching less now. It's worse. It's
No, like,
worse.
Everyone gets better. That's just how the natural order of things. Like
No.
athletes get better, they get bigger, they get faster, they get stronger. They evolve.
I think you forgot one important factor
Yeah.
to women's sport.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I'm tired of being the woman beater on this show.
Whoa!
Oh.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Bashing this, bashing their sport.
Bashing probably
the women.
better.
Yes.
Oh, it sounds different when you're woman bashing. I don't know. I'm beating might be bad.
Either way, they're both bad.
They're both bad. But yeah, no, I haven't watched one game, even with Caitlin Clark. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a fucking joke.
I don't watch either.
No.
Well, duly noted, CJ. I'm hoping people would disagree with you in the comments.
They're
Yeah.
not.
I don't
Ralphie,
think so.
you have anyone you want to fire?
No.
You're good.
Anybody who you firing?
I'm kind of chilling.
Nothing's bothered you this week?
You
I
know
mean,
what?
I wish the match would have won, but
Can I
Besides that.
can I bring something up? You know what? I'll fire them for you, Ralphie. I just thought about this right now, and I'll let me jump in.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna fire the referees, the umpires, the Blues for the Division 2 or 3 championship.
Division 2.
The Heart High Indians, which are the Indians. I know they're gonna change, and I believe
What are they going to be now?
like
The Hawks.
the
What the
Red
fuck
Hawks
is
or some
that?
shit like
So
that. They were the last one. Like the Hard Indians were the last one, like
Yeah.
holding strong against. Was it not Chatsworth? It was Canoga,
Moore Park.
Park. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's been viral all over Southern California. I believe it was in the last inning. It looked to me like a home run.
Coaches swear. There's a coach that I know, and he swears by they saw the ball bounce on the fucking warning track. They saw it bounce.
I don't see it, man.
At all.
I don't see it. Michael Brown says he sees it, which is the only reason I question it a little bit because I value Michael Brown's like opinion.
He's also a Bronco fan.
He's
Let's also relax.
But if you guys haven't watched it, you go ahead and Google Hard Indians championship game against Moore Park, and they thought it was a walk-off. I mean, it went as far as piling, the lights are flashing on and off, and the Blues got together and said it was a ground rule double.
So this is the thing. So when okay, so this is a signal for a home run. So you understand when you watch the video and you see them do this, the umpires were saying that we're doing this because we're rounding up the umpires to talk about it. That's what they were saying. They did not give the home run call.
Well,
So-
they should know this is a home
How you
run.
gonna have the same signal for two different things?
It's like saying
And he was just rounding up his group,
How about
right?
do this
I'm just
and
telling
not
you.
this?
I'm just telling you what they say. At the end of the day, it's a judgment call. So it's a judgment call. So if it was called a double, it's a double. If it was called a home run, it's a home run. It's a judgment call you can't change. Judgment calls, like balls and strikes, they've always been judgment calls. Outs, those are always judgment calls. It's a judgment
But
of
have
the
you
umpire.
ever heard of a judgment home run? And there is some that hit like top of the wall, but they're saying this shit hit the fucking warning track.
Man, they swear by it.
Well,
They swear they saw the ball bounce, and so
If I was playing Bryce Young and he fumbled, I would have swore he fumbled too. I'm telling you, I've watched
no.
3 or 4 different angles. I don't see it. I'm
so
sorry.
I don't see it either.
the left fielder's reaction.
Right. So, but the left fielder's reaction, sometimes these high school coaches will tell their left fielders, put your hands up, your right fielders, put your hands up if the ball gets in a corner, blah, 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 whatever. If it's put your hands up if it's a questionable call, whatever. I don't do that shit. I think it's stupid. But it looks, that video Michael Brown sent, it still looks like a home run.
It still looks like a home run.
Like you're literally trying to show me what could have been a moth on a screen. The ball looks like it went over the wall.
Ralphie, what do you think? Home run? Okay.
Is that heart hate?
No, I love Hart. Personally, I love Hart.
I know you do. I know you do.
Well, that's who I'm firing. You know how I feel. We went back and forth with the whole New Jersey last second shot that I thought should have counted. This is a championship game. Again, this is something that will be stolen away, taken away from these kids. That's, most of us, the percentage of a kid playing Division 1, 2, or 3 is like 5%. That was going to be like their identity.
Even junior
Forever.
college. It's hard to make junior college teams that
Yes.
sport as well.
Yes.
So
That was gonna be Josh Johnson's freaking all-time memory winning that championship, and it got taken away. So
it's a
Just
tough call, but
Just like that one basketball team.
yeah, that's what he was saying. The one in New Jersey.
Yes. So that's who I'm firing. If it looks like a home run, smells like a home run, and was called a home run,
It was not called a home run. That is what
well,
they're saying.
hold on. You said they did this.
That to me is a home run.
If you go in basketball and say this, and then they say, no, it wasn't a travel. I was listening to disco and dancing on the fucking. I'm going to say no.
By all the footage I've seen, the videos I've seen, it looks like a home run.
Yes.
Even that one that Kurt Sandoval has out there where he might have fucking painted something white. It looks like a little fly. You cannot tell that's a baseball, like ever. Like it just doesn't.
I just don't know how in a huge game like that. Listen, Southern California is humongous. The biggest CIF area of any sports in the nation. If you were in CIF Southern section, you have more teams to deal with than fucking most people's state championships. And that's a fact. How do you not get that right?
And it's hard. I mean, it's hard to be in Division 1 next year. They've always been 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not like they don't put out major leaguers. It's a big deal.
Did you see a Hakatomi Plaza? Did you see anything other than a home run?
I didn't watch it.
Wow.
Wow. You got to put a little bit more effort into that group chat, bro.
Come on, man.
I need a little bit more from you.
Come on.
Listen, I'm not asking you to be LeBron, but I need you to be not Chris Bosh game 7 of 2012 fucking.
Be 43-year-old LeBron.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, at least.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that might be a lot.
Beat Tobias Harris. Just
That might be a lot. That brings me to my next firing, but my firing, by the way.
Oh,
100%. I'm bringing up something about LeBron. Dude, first of all these that post that we have, the LeBron and the leaving to go to the Celtics thing. And first of all, you put me in it as a whatever it is, collaborator or whatever. So now I get all the fucking comments.
I know.
Oh,
So
you gotta
I
make
see
your
the ball.
account
Yeah,
private.
he did that on purpose. So I don't put my shit private. I don't care. So I reply to I'll see, the same Celtics team that Kobe beat. Listen, Kobe beat them when Perkins got hurt in game 6. They were down 3-2 up until the point where Perkins got hurt. That's number 1. Number 2, when you bring up that Ray Allen saved LeBron, saved the Heat, dude, look at the stats of that game. LeBron had 32, 10, and 11. Ray Allen had 9 fucking points. 9 points. All right. Game 7 of that series, guess how many points Chris Bosh had? Fucking 0. 0 points. 0. So you guys keep saying, that blah, blah, blah. Chris Bosh was the most overrated player. When you sit down and you look through history, if you look at what Chris Bosh in Miami was the most overrated player in the NBA. For people to think that man deserved to be a top 3, he got 3 big superstars. He was a fucking turd when LeBron was there.
Do you have a counter to that? Because I have a counter to that. He was in Toronto. Chris Bosh was a number 1 option. Scored a shit ton of points. He came to Miami and accepted a role there. A third fiddle. He did. I thought, and we probably averaged like 16, 17. That's what he needed to do.
Game 7, he scored 0 points. 0.
Well,
not a 1. 20 plus minutes, 25, almost 30 minutes. He scored 0 fucking points against Tony Parker, Ginobili, Kawhi, and Tim Duncan. They needed you, bro. And you scored 0 points. Luckily, LeBron won the game. Game 7. That man scored 0 points. Overrated as fuck. Chris Bosh.
Well, I
Overrated.
don't have a defense for scoring 0 points in that game.
In a game 7.
Takatomi, you have anything you want to say about that?
People say that's LeBron's fault because LeBron made him into the third fiddle or made him into just a shooter from the outside. So people blame LeBron for Chris Bosh sucking, which is the insane part about
Oh,
that.
When Kevin Love came to Cleveland, did he suck? Did he
No.
suck?
But
Did he didn't vanish? He didn't fucking vanish. This man vanished.
yeah,
He vanished. So Kevin Love was hurt most of the time.
yeah.
But Chris Bosh just vanished. Like, my guy, you vanished from the team. The big 3 that came over, you, my boy, were a big nothing.
You, my boy.
Game 7, Chalmers scores 20, bro.
Chalmers,
Or game
man.
6, Chalmers was the second leading scorer on the team.
Rock Chuck Jayhawk, man.
Damn right. But come on. So all you that LeBron, I don't stop.
Dude,
Stop.
Dude, if I had a nickel for every time people called Rafa for glazing all over fucking LeBron, I'd be a millionaire,
Well,
man.
I have one more glazing LeBron. firing.
Oh, here we go.
I want to fire the media in general because now they're just babying Anthony Edwards. If it was LeBron at 22, almost getting swept, and the way Anthony Edwards has performed this semifinals, he's
been trash.
Trash. If that was LeBron, at
Pretty
20
good yesterday.
By the way, no, listen.
no, even yesterday he had an okay game. It wasn't a great
Yeah,
game.
he was like 10 or 24.
Without him, they don't win.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They've had him the whole series. They've won one fucking game.
Yeah, and if that was LeBron at that same age, LeBron at that same age was carrying a team to the finals.
Damn right. Getting swept, but he carried him to the
It
finals.
doesn't matter.
But he didn't have a defensive player of the year. He didn't have,
He didn't have that
another
roster.
all-star.
That roster's
He didn't have
stacked.
another all-star. He didn't have the 6th man of the year.
Yeah,
He didn't have a Mike Conley type point guard. No, it was fucking Mo Williams. Booby Gibson, bro. Nobody knows who that is.
And now people are like, all right, guys, give him time. It's
let's give him
patience."
time.
Before it was, oh, he's the next Michael Jordan. It's this and that. Now he's playing bad. Guys, give him time. He'll be okay. If that was LeBron at the same age, he's getting killed every night for that.
Well, we've talked about how the media is trying to, artificially produce the next star in
Of
the
the
NBA, and they have to sort of excuse because they were wrong. Or
It's Luka, and I told you guys last week. That should be the face. ESPN can't cover him because he barely speaks English, because he's not black, because he doesn't check all their marks. That's what it is. Joker and Luka are the best players. Joker has zero. He doesn't want it at all, right? He don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He is in one commercial though, by the way,
he is.
with a little baby horse. You haven't seen him?
I haven't.
It's
seen
with
it
him
yet.
and one of the other guys from the Nuggets, but not a
The little baby horse.
yeah, not a top tier dude either. It might be like a bench player. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly sure who the other guy is, but it's him, and they got a little baby horse. It might be one of those AT&T, some shit like that. I don't know.
Well, we'll talk about it later, but I mean, Luka has had super moments. That 1 3-4 point play that he didn't complete. I mean, shit, he's been on effing believable this year. I mean,
He's
yeah.
phenomenal.
If you do the MVP now, like if you did it after, he deserves the MVP over Joker, obviously.
Right.
If you did it after the regular season. So
Luka is the face of the league, like it or not.
All right, we got a video coming out this weekend about it.
there we
like
go. There you go. Well, that is you're fired. Everyone satisfied with their firings? If you guys have a firing, let Eddie Money know. He'll let us know who you're pissed off at. And with that being said, let's get into the NFL. NFL's king year. We told you guys we were going to give you our predictions. We've done the AFC West, NFC West. We've done
The East.
And then
Oh.
now we are going
We're gonna do the South,
the South, man.
and next week we'll cap it off with the North.
Yes. Eddie
So-
Money. Where are we going first, Eddie Money?
So we can start off with the lowest of the low.
The dirty?
Yeah, the Panthers.
I'm gonna say 4 wins max for the Panthers, 3 or 4.
I didn't like that first round pick of Leggett. I thought there was better receivers.
That sounds like a little bit of being a hater.
I
like the kid.
like the
great.
kid. I think you could have got him.
He's funny
late.
as hell.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's a great personality. Did you see that one meme where they just wrote what he was saying
Yeah,
without?
Like Shaq.
Oh my god,
Need to do
dude.
that shit to Shaq.
Freaking crazy.
And screw the people in the comments that are making fun of him like he can control the shit, like he can control
His accent.
his accent.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's where the fuck he comes from. Like,
All right, so we got their total at 5.5.
Oh, under.
Really?
It's actually it's even. There's no like.
I like the under, but I'd like to go through their schedule first.
Before we get into that, let me ask you this: if they win 5.5, if they win 4, do you just toss Bryce Young to the side? Is he ruined? Is his
No,
confidence
they
ruined?
don't have a team, Eddie.
I know,
they
but
just
dude,
got rid of their
it's
best defensive
so
player.
hard.
They got rid of their only weapon they had for him.
Yeah.
His best player was a receiver who's past his prime, and he's white.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's a double negative.
He's a
Like,
That's a
It's a
double.
double
negative.
entendre.
he's a meniscus away from calling games on ABC.
bro, he was, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. White receiver and past his prime. Bro,
Double
says
negative.
Recipe
Double
for
negative.
recipe for trouble. That's a double negative, man.
I wonder if he's even going to be on. They need him, right?
They need everybody. So,
Yeah. Well, let's go through this
4-1.
really fast.
Oh no.
all right. So NFC South, I think 3-4, but let's go through it. Week
All right.
1,
Week 1, they are at New Orleans Saints.
loss,
Week 2, home against the Chargers.
loss,
Week 3 at the Raiders.
loss,
Week 4, home against the Bengals.
loss,
Week 5 at Chicago.
loss,
Week 6, home against the Falcons.
Home against the Falcons.
home, loss.
Give him a win.
No.
Oh wow, ruthless.
Too early.
Week 7 at Washington.
Win.
Week 8 at Denver.
Win.
Week 9, home against the Saints.
Win.
No, I think they lose. I don't think
Those
they-
split, those split the Saints.
I'm pretty sure they
guarantee.
split last season.
Yeah, they did.
All right, let's give them a win.
Okay,
I don't want
we'll
to.
give him a win.
We'll give them a win.
Week 10, home against the Giants.
Loss.
Week 11, bye.
Loss.
Week 12,
Some motherfuckers are going to lose that week. too.
going into home against the Chiefs.
Oh,
Oh
loss.
God.
Week 13, home against the Bucks.
Loss.
Week 14 at Philly.
Loss.
A loss.
Week 15 at home against the Cowboys.
Loss.
Week 16 home against Arizona.
That could be a win.
That
I'm going
could
to
be
give
a
him a win.
win.
I'm going to give him a win. I don't want to, but I need to find 4.
Week 17 at Tampa.
Loss.
Week 18 at Atlanta.
Loss.
The loss probably. I think 4.
You got it right on the nail, my friend.
4. 3-4 for me. I like the under on Atlanta. I mean, on Carolina. Under 5.5 for me is for sure.
That's tough. The owner's gonna go crazy because he's so sensitive.
You have like 2 off. You have like 2 buys for seasons with them. Like next year, if you're gonna end up getting a top 2 or 3 pick, but you lost your best defensive player. Like that's and you don't have anything. All right, so you drafted a receiver in the first round.
It's like
Let's see how that goes.
the 7th best receiver.
Well, that's an opinion. We will wait to see until
Yeah.
until the games go.
Too early.
Too early, baby. Damn right. We don't do draft grades here this early.
Did you guys see the video during right before the draft where a restaurant close to the stadium put on their marquee, let the football players pick our pick or something like that?
Oh God.
He stopped at the restaurant.
Oh, and he went in, right?
He went in there and let me see your owner and started arguing with this, this hostess.
Yeah, I saw
This
that.
hostess. Like, bro, you are a billionaire owning an NFL team. And you've already been called out. He's already been done stupid shit. He's already been caught on public arguing with people. You gotta have thicker skin. You gotta be smarter than that.
you got to be a billionaire doing billionaire shit. Billionaires don't just walk in
yeah.
restaurants
You're
arguing
not
with people.
stopping at Tom's Crab Shack, and
Yeah.
bitching about a marquee. That is effing crazy.
It's
So
insane. But anyways,
Fun
4.
fact though, Bryce Young was at Killarney as an HB this weekend.
Nice.
all right. Did he grow any?
No, he's still tiny.
On to the next one, Eddie Money. What do we got?
Falcons, I'm gonna say
Let me tell you.
What did Ryan give him?
Ryan gave them, and it has come out as they are statistically
They have like a bottom 3 schedule.
the easiest schedule.
Oh, for sure.
They're at the bottom. And I think Ryan said something crazy like 13 or 14 wins.
I'm gonna give Atlanta.
I gave him 12.
I'll give him 10 to 11.
I can't remember. It just
He
was,
gave him 12.
I'm
I
gonna
thought.
say 10 to 11 for Atlanta, but we'll look at the schedule now.
Their line is 9.5 on the season.
I take the over.
That's
on
an
Atlanta.
easy over.
I take the over.
How is that easy?
There's nothing easy when it comes to the NFL except the under on Carolina and the under on Denver.
9.5, Rafa.
I like the over.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it not higher?
Oh.
No, bottom 3 schedule. You just confirmed it.
Bottom 3 ranked on last year's schedules for these teams.
Yes.
So
which
that's the
I
thing.
agree with.
That's the problem with this strength of schedule shit. Like it's strength of schedule with the shit from last year. Like the records from last year, not from this year.
Yeah.
Like they don't take into consideration any signings and any of that shit. So, but let's go through it.
Week 1, you got home against Pittsburgh.
Oh, loss.
Oh, we know that's a lot.
Loss.
Week 2 at Philly.
Loss.
Week 3 home against Kansas City.
Oh, these motherfuckers gonna struggle early. I think they're 0-3. My God.
Wait, who's this again? Atlanta?
This is Atlanta.
Well, they had Carolina first, right?
No.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh at home.
Okay.
I think that's a loss. I'm gonna give them a loss.
That's for sure a loss.
I like Pittsburgh.
Yes, they had home against Pittsburgh, at Philly,
Okay.
and then home against Kansas City.
Those are losses.
Yeah.
I
so
think
3
Michael
losses.
Penix starting week 4 the way we're running this shit. What else we got?
Week 4 home against the Saints.
Yeah, I win that.
Week 5 home against the Bucks.
I think they win that as well.
Week 6 at Carolina.
Win.
Week 7 home against Seattle.
Win.
Win.
Week 8 at Tampa.
I think they lose that one.
Week 9 home against Dallas.
Loss.
Week 10 at New Orleans.
That's a loss. Come on, man. At New Orleans.
At
And you
New
know
Orleans.
how
Split.
much.
Loss. All right.
You sound defeated. Fuck. Week 11 at Denver.
Oh, win. Easiest win of the season.
Week 12 bye. And then they go home against LA Chargers.
Win.
Week 14 at Minnesota.
Win.
Week 15 at Las Vegas. Monday Night Football.
I think that's a loss.
Week 16 home against New York Giants.
I think they win that.
Week 17 at Washington.
Win.
Week 18 home against Carolina.
Win. How many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's where I'm at with them. 10 or 11.
Okay.
10 or 11.
That's-
The schedule starts tough.
It does.
Oh, yeah. That's a first rough 3.
Yeah, it's the rough 3 that's you're going to be facing Russell Wilson,
Now let me get
that's the Steelers. Then you got Jalen Hurts on the road, and then you got Mahomes.
let me ask you this. Do you see Kirk Cousins getting benched for
Oh.
Penix
When
at any time in the season?
they have 2 tough stretches on their schedule, the very beginning and the middle.
Yeah.
The problem is that if you start, let's say in their first 5, if they go 1-4, when they should realistically be either 3-2 or 2-3, week 1 against Pittsburgh, they're probably favored. But if they're favored at home, it's maybe 2.5, 2.5, which means that Vegas would have Pittsburgh at a better team. I don't know what the line is now. I don't know if you can look it up, but
According to you, they're 17-0.
Steelers?
16-1. 16-1.
Not yet. We haven't got the Steelers yet, but I have given them a handful of wins in the other teams we've done.
Yes.
So, but, if they're like 1-4, 1-5 with Kirk Cousins, I think you got to, pull the plug, which will be kind of fucked up because then you give Michael Penix, he'll play in kind of the easier part of the schedule,
which happens all the time.
happens all the time.
It does
Right.
happen
So,
all the time.
but I don't know. According to me, they start somewhere around 4-3, and then kind of.
When I think of Falcons, I know they have some good corners, but I can't really think of any studs there on that defense. I know the offense is stacked. Offense has talent everywhere.
The thing is, forget about the studs. They were a top 15 defense last year.
Yeah. Under
That's the thing.
galore.
Yeah.
So they're a top 15 defense last year. Now you're adding a quarterback. Like last year, they were in the hunt the entire season. So that's what everybody's like. It's not only based off of Kirk Cousins, it's based off of last season, and now we're adding Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So I think 10 wins. I'd take the over on Atlanta. Over on Atlanta for sure. Let's do the New Orleans Saints.
Aints.
I'm gonna say 9 to 10 for the Saints. But their win total is probably 8.5.
I'm gonna say
What's their
7.5.
Is it 7.5? If it's 7.5,
I'm
I like
saying
the over.
7.5. Not everyone could have fucking 9 wins in the NFL.
It's 7.5.
Oh, I like
Bang!
I like the over on Saints.
All right. Saints week 1, home against Carolina.
That's a win.
Week 2 at Dallas.
Loss.
Week 3 home against Philly.
I think they win that game.
Wow.
I think at home, I think they win that game.
Week 4 at Atlanta.
That's a loss.
Loss.
Week 5 at Kansas City.
That's a loss.
Week 6 home against Tampa.
That's a win.
Week 7 home against Denver.
That's an easy win.
Week 8 at the Chargers.
I think they lose that game.
Week 9 at Carolina.
Win.
Week 10 home against Atlanta.
Win.
Week 11 home against the Browns.
Loss.
Week 12 bye. Then they stay home against the Rams
I think they can win that game.
off the bye.
Yeah.
Week 14 at New York Giants.
I think they win that game as well.
Week 15 home against Washington.
Oh, that's a win.
Week 16 at Green Bay.
Oh, loss.
Week 17 home against the Raiders.
Home. I think they win that game. But I don't know. It's a 50-50 ring. What's week 18?
At Tampa.
Oh, fuck. How many wins do we have, Ed?
Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then the one in the top 10. 9 or 10. 9 or 10. That
Wow.
9 or 10. I think they could beat the Eagles. They'll be at home. I think they could beat the Eagles. I'm not that high on the Eagles.
Why?
I mean, they revamped their defense, and they did get Saquon. I think they're going to be a much more running team. You know, the offense struggles. They still have. Look at the talent they
I think
have
what do
on
we
the
give the Eagles? What do I
offense.
give the Eagles?
Are
11?
you not high on the Eagles, or are you not as high as everybody else?
I'm not as high. I'm at 11, I think, with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think you had him at 11.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at 11 and possibly even 10. But I just think New Orleans at home early in the season.
I think they can get out. I know there was a 4-year deal with Derek Carr. I think there's an option here to.
Did they draft Spencer Rattler?
Yes.
Ooh,
It's Spencer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure because somebody told me and they were not last week. I don't think it was last week. When were they all at the Coliseum? What is it, Fanatics or
Oh yeah. Where they do the
for
rookie, like
yes.
photo
Photo shoot,
shoot,
video
and
shoot.
yeah.
Yes. All right. So supposedly
That was a couple weeks ago, yeah.
a guy who was there, he said, and he didn't know who the guy was, but he said, out of all the guys that I met there, that Caleb was the worst as far as attitude-wise, etc.
Shocking.
That the quarterback from the Saints, and he didn't know who he was. He didn't know the name. He goes, the quarterback from the Saints and the quarterback from the Vikings were the two that I felt
Biggest
were,
douchers.
no, that he actually felt that he goes, they're going to be pretty good.
Oh,
That's what he said.
really?
That's what he said. And he didn't know who they were. He only knew Caleb and Jaden. So, but
I mean, listen, he's gotten so just trashed everywhere for something he did on the quarterback show.
I've always liked him as a
How?
player.
How?
I liked him.
Oh, as a player.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about these people as people.
Well, that's where.
Yeah.
Listen, he's never not been above average. I mean, he was projected at Oklahoma. He was the favorite to win the Heisman. He was projected first round and maybe top 5 pick. And then Caleb Williams comes in. They struggle a little bit at Oklahoma. Caleb takes the job, and Caleb shoots up into the atmosphere and becomes a superstar. So,
I like him.
but you like people that everyone hates.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
100,000%.
You gotta take that into account, CJ.
100%.
Yeah.
But has he done anything on the field where it's made people not like him? Has he done that?
He sucks.
I don't know about that. See, I don't think that. You got to remember, he went to South Carolina. If he would have been on Alabama, you wouldn't think that because
I
Milton
think
couldn't
so.
throw. Can't throw. Spencer could throw the ball.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything on the field, at least that I've seen, where it's like, oh, this guy's a fucking douchebag on the field.
He has arm
I've
talent.
seen Caleb Williams literally sit opposite his teammates after turnovers.
Yeah.
So that I've seen fucking from here to there.
Well,
But anyways, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Saints. Or no, we did the Saints. Tampa Bay. I'm going to say 8-9. Where we at?
The Bucks are at 8.5, and the under is heavily favored.
Yeah, that
Minus
one is
150.
that one I don't touch.
Yeah.
8-9 though. What do we got?
No one gives a shit about Tampa Bay, man.
It's true. Brady's gone. Nobody gives a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Week 1, home against Washington.
It's a win.
Week 2 at Detroit.
Loss.
Week 3, home against Denver.
Oh, win. Everybody's winning that.
Week 4, home against Philly.
At home?
Yeah.
Yeah, loss.
Week 5 at Atlanta.
I think they split Atlanta 1-1.
Yeah. So we'll give him a loss there.
Week 6 at New Orleans.
1-1 as well.
Week 7, home against Baltimore.
Oh, loss.
Week 8, home against Atlanta.
Win.
Yeah. 1-1.
Week 9 at Kansas City.
Loss.
Week 10, home against the Niners.
Oh, loss.
Week 11, bye. Then they go to play the New York Giants away.
I think the Giants win that game,
I agree.
even after a bye.
Week 13 at Carolina.
That's a win.
Week 14, home against the Raiders.
At home?
Yeah.
Loss. Go Raiders.
Raiders.
Week 15, away against the Chargers.
They lose that game.
Week 16 in Dallas.
Loss.
Week 17, home against Carolina.
Win.
And then home against the Saints for week 18.
Yeah,
They
it's
would
a split. So
that
what do we
would
got?
be a win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7-8. Around 8. 8-9 for me.
Yeah.
8-9 for Tampa. That's one we don't touch the total.
If you had to put money on it,
If I had to, under. If I had to.
And I don't like their first round pick. I don't like the kid from Penn State. He's a workout warrior. He's the combine, takes his shirt off. Everyone's like, oh, but if you look, Chop Robinson, I believe.
I thought he went to the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, he did go. Who was the first round pick for Tampa Bay?
Getting your Florida teams all fucked up.
Yeah, I was in the right state.
This is true. Wow, 2-2 Oilers stars, by the way.
Oh,
After
I'd
the
love to
first
watch
fucking
that.
period.
Trying to think, did they go O line or did they go D line?
I don't
they
know who they took.
selected Graham Barton.
Yes.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
For some reason,
he's
I'm like
a
only seeing
Duke
his name.
defensive lineman, I think.
Oh, fuckery.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to the AFC South. Another terrible fucking division.
Yeah, let's bang this out.
Titans, Jaguars, Coltons, and Texans. Let's start with the Titans. I'm going to say 6.
They all go 8-9 somehow.
No, hell no.
That's a great call, Hakatomi Plaza.
I'm going to say 6 for the Titans.
Let's do it.
All
What
right,
do we got?
So their win total is at
New coach, sophomore
I'm gonna say
quarterback.
7.5.
I think it'd be 6.5.
I'm gonna say 6.5.
that's 6.5.
You lost your identity when you lost Derrick Henry. He's been everything for that organization and the head coach, who everyone seemed to like. So you're starting from ground zero there.
Week 1, they got away against Chicago.
Away
Loss.
against Chicago.
Wow.
Wow.
First
Week one.
game in the NFL for Caleb.
You know what? I'm gonna take them winning that game on the road.
Yeah.
But who'd you take? Oh, no, we didn't do Chicago
We
yet,
haven't done
huh?
Chicago
No,
yet.
they're next week.
So you have to take Chicago loss.
Of course, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have any problem giving Chicago a bunch of losses. Although I love the defense. So,
Yeah.
Week 2, home against the Jets.
oh, they're losing that.
Week 3, home against the Packers.
Loss,
Week 4 at Miami.
loss.
Early week 5 bye.
Oh, even worse.
Week 6, home against the Colts.
I think they're gonna split the Colts.
Week 7 at Buffalo.
Loss,
Week 8 at Detroit.
loss.
Week 9, home against the Pats.
Oh, win,
Yeah.
Week 10 in LA against the Chargers.
loss,
Week 11, home against Minnesota.
win.
Week 12 at Houston.
At Houston,
Yeah.
That's a win. I mean, that's a loss.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a loss.
Week 13 at Washington.
That's a win. I'm gonna give them a loss. I'm gonna give them a loss at Washington. Got to give something to Washington, man.
Week 14 home against Jacksonville.
Home against Jacksonville, big time fucking loss.
Wow.
Big time. Week 15 home against Cincinnati.
Loss.
Week 16 at Indy.
I think they split. So
Week 17 at Jacksonville.
loss.
You think Jacksonville sweeps them?
Yeah, I do.
And then week 18 home against Houston.
I think they win that game.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's
Just
it.
like you called.
No more. No more than that.
Do you not think quarterback progresses?
I think he progresses, but 6 wins, I think is
Who's their starting running back now?
Tony Pollard.
Ugh, I hate that.
So there you go.
I
All
hate
right, let's
that.
get on to the
Exact
Jaguars.
opposite of Derrick Henry.
I'm gonna give the Jaguars 10-11, and you
Whoa.
know
This
I
is
hate
so
Trevor Lawrence.
crazy.
What the fuck?
You know I hate
That's
Trevor
what I love
Lawrence.
about Rafa. He doesn't go off of trends or what people think. He goes to his own freaking.
I think 10 wins for the Jags. Then let's see it.
All
Can
right.
you explain that a little bit before we get into the season? Like, where's that come from?
The hatred of the Texans, to be honest with you.
Oh, my.
The thing is, last
Okay,
year,
that
this
makes
is
sense.
this is a division. This is a division like the NFC South, where they struggle to repeat champions. Since Peyton Manning left,
True.
Andrew Luck was done. It's like always, there's always, the Jags won the year before, and the Jags, and then some idiot goes and he bets 140 grand on the Jags winning the division. They're fucking, they don't even, they don't win it. Shit like that. The Texans are the team to beat in this division, supposedly. They went out and got Diggs and blah, blah. Quarterback's fucking Amber Rose, bro. I think that's a problem. It's just what it is.
Really doesn't like Amber Rose.
No, I just think CJ is I think CJ is trying to become an NBA superstar and not an NFL superstar. I don't like that he's out there yipping and yapping. I don't like it. It's my opinion.
Let's get
But
into it anyway.
Let's get into the Jags.
All right, week
Plus, I
one.
like what the Jags did, and they got good coach.
What the Jags do?
They got players.
got rid of Calvin Ridley.
Gone.
Week 1, they start off in Miami.
In Miami, loss.
Week 2, home against the Browns.
Wow, that's a tough game. I'm going to give them a win. I'm going to give them a win.
Whoa.
I'm giving the
You know
Browns.
what? The Browns didn't play well on the road last year.
Yeah, defense on the road didn't show up.
Yeah.
Week 3 at Buffalo.
That's a loss.
Week 4 at Houston.
At Houston. Come on, man.
I
I
All right,
know.
I'm gonna have to split. I'm gonna split. I'm gonna split.
Okay.
Week 5, home against Indianapolis.
That's a win.
Week 6 at Chicago.
Win.
Week 7, home against the Patriots.
Oh, easy win.
Week 8, home against the Packers.
I think they win that game.
Wow.
I can't keep giving Green Bay all these fucking wins either, man.
Week 9, at Philadelphia.
That's a loss.
Week 10, home against Minnesota.
Oh, win.
Week 11 at Detroit.
At Detroit.
At Detroit, that's a loss.
Week 12 bye. Week 13 home against the Texans.
That's a win. I think they 1-1.
Week 14 at Tennessee.
Win.
Week 15 home against the Jets.
Week 15, home against the Jets. I'm gonna give them a win.
Week
I
16.
think the Jets play the Bills the week before that.
Week 16 at the Raiders.
At the Raiders. Oh, L, baby.
Thank you.
Week 17 home against Tennessee.
I think they scoop them.
And then week 18 at Indianapolis.
At Indy.
Week 18 at Indy. I think they win that game.
Dude, there's a bunch of W's, man.
I think it's 10-11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, my.
10-11. I'd take one away. Either one to Indy or the Green Bay one. 10 or 11 for the Jags. I think they win the division.
Their line is 8.5 at.
Oh, are you kidding? Over on the Jags.
Bang it.
Over on the Jags. I think they win 10-11. I don't think they win 12. I think they win 10-11. This year, where nobody expects them to win the division, do this and that, I think they will.
Wow.
Well, I'm super excited about this one
The
because
Colts.
I really want to see AR-15 succeed. I was a big proponent of
Oh,
him
you were big time.
coming out of the draft. I watched so much film on that guy, but obviously he needs to learn how to slide. So what do we got? Any money?
I'm gonna say 7 to 8 max.
So like Jacob said, oh, other than the Jags, everyone you said 8, everyone 9 and 7
8, 9.
or 8 and 9.
I think 7, 8 max for them.
Their line is set at 8.5.
Yeah, that's one.
Wow.
I,
That's
I,
big.
I'd take
That's,
the under there.
Yeah, that's too
Under
big.
is minus 125.
Yeah, I like the under on the Colts win. But what do we got?
All right, looking at the schedule, week 1, starting off home against Houston.
Week 1, right out the
At
gate.
home.
Oof, I think that's a loss, man.
Week 2 at Green Bay.
Oh, another loss.
Week 3 home against Chicago.
I think they can win that game.
Week 4 home against Pittsburgh.
Loss.
Oh, easy loss. Fucking A.
Week 5 at Jacksonville.
Loss.
That's a loss.
Week 6 at Tennessee.
Win.
Week 7 home against Miami.
Loss.
That's a loss.
Week 8 at Houston.
I think we gave him a.
No, that's a loss.
All right.
It should be 1-1, but I think that fuck it, give them a win. I think they go 1-1 against the Texans,
All right.
wherever it comes from.
Week 9 at Minnesota.
At Minnesota,
That's a win.
Minnesota's winning this game. No, that's a fucking loss. Minnesota's gonna win that game. They gotta win something.
With who at quarterback?
What do you mean with who? Is JJ McCarthy, dog?
Go on.
You got the purple shorts on, player. Strip.
Week 10 home against Buffalo.
Loss.
Week 11 at New York Jets.
Loss.
Loss.
Week 12 home against Detroit.
Loss.
Week 13 at New England.
Win.
Week 14 bye. Then they go to Denver.
That's a win.
Week 16 home against Tennessee.
I'll win.
Week 17 at New York Giants.
That's a loss.
Week 18 home against Jacksonville.
That's a loss as well.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's it.
Bam.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
That is it.
And the division, it just doesn't really impress.
Let's go to the Texans, baby. 9 to 10 for me.
They're not 10.5 wins, huh?
The Texans, I don't know, but it's 9 to 10 for me.
I know, but like the line, like 10.5, you think?
What is the line?
9.5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Over-
9 to 10.
Over is minus 140.
So that would mean
Minus 140?
that
That's
would
like the
mean
heaviest line I've seen.
that-
I thought all
that
all
as
ended
far
up.
as your predictions, they would have to be a wild card.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you have
I
the
think
Jags
the Jags win the division.
Win the division.
All right, starting off with the Texans week 1 at Indy.
We give him a win, so
Yeah.
that's a win.
Week 2 home against Chicago.
That's a win.
Week 3 at Minnesota.
That's a win.
Week 4 home against Jacksonville.
That's a loss.
Week 5 home against Buffalo.
Another loss. Fuck them.
Week
The
6
Diggs matchup.
Yeah,
Week 6 at Patriots.
that's a win.
Week 7 at Green Bay.
Loss.
Loss.
Week 8 home against Indy.
It's a win. We had them 1-1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Week 9 at the Jets.
At the Jets, I think they lose that.
Week 10 home against Detroit.
Loss.
That's a tough one.
If this helps, their previous game against the Jets was a Thursday night, so they would have over a week.
Oh yeah, great call, Eddie Money.
I'll give them a win.
Week 11 at Dallas, Monday night.
Loss.
Loss.
Week 12 home against Tennessee.
That's a win.
Week 13 at Jacksonville.
At Jacksonville,
Loss.
L.
Okay.
They got a bye week, then they play home against Miami.
Inside. I think they lose that game.
Off a bye?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. They have a second-year coach. What history does he have? He got no fucking history.
I'm just
With
saying,
the 49ers, he has a history.
Yeah, being a defensive fucking coordinator.
The best fucking defense in the NFL when he was there. When he was there, CJ.
They lost some players. Relax.
All right, after they got week 16 at Kansas City.
Loss.
Loss.
Week 17 home against Baltimore.
Loss.
Oof, loss.
And then week 18 at Tennessee.
Win.
Wow.
9 to 10.
Dude, I don't even think you got 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
There's no way.
8.
Yeah, 9 to 10. That's my number. 9 to 10 is my number.
All right, if you had to. Lions at 9.5.
If I had to.
I'd bet the under if I had to.
If I had to, gun to my head, under. But 9. Because I think they're 9.
10 wins, I think, is a lot for that team.
Diggs is an issue, bro. Diggs is a fucking cancer.
Dude, I saw
All right, he's coming onto a team where they already have chemistry, right? With and young
True.
players, young receivers. This man is an old man who's a fucking cancer.
So, listen, I saw something today where you look at Diggs. Diggs had 1,300 yards. They just re-signed the kid from Michigan, the big tall one, not a Colson. Who was their number one this year in Houston?
Dell?
Number 12. No.
Tank Dell and Nico Collins.
Nico
Nico
Collins. They just re-signed Nico Collins. He had 1,100 yards last year. You have Tank Dell, who almost had 1,000 yards and
He
was
got hurt.
injured. Now you add in 2 decent tight ends. Number 9, I forget the other one. You have
They have Dalton
lot.
Schultz.
Yes, Schultz.
He's their tight end.
And the other, they have a number 9 who's also pretty good. Man, they have a lot of talent. And now you have another edge on the other side of the Alabama kid,
Will Anderson.
Will Anderson. They're set up really nice, Rafa.
You know the problem is that you only get one football to throw. And Stephon Diggs believes that he was brought there to be their number one. So
I agree with you 100%.
I think he was.
Well, he's a number 1. He's a top 5 receiver in the NFL. Now,
Oh,
are you fucking serious? You don't think
no.
Stephon Diggs was a top 5 receiver?
This year,
What are you over this? You guys already said.
we haven't had this conversation. Hold the presses.
No,
here.
you said that you didn't think that, and he said he did, and you said you did.
You think Diggs is top 5?
I was probably just trying to push your button that day.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way Diggs is top 5. Is Diggs better than Devontae Adams?
No.
Is Diggs better than Jamar Chase?
No,
Justin Jefferson?
no,
Okay, that's 3.
Tyreek Hill?
no,
That's 4.
I mean, we can keep going. CeeDee Lamb?
no.
Okay.
No fucking okay. He's not better than Wilson from the Jets, and that motherfucker didn't have a quarterback.
No. You can't say that.
Ooh, that's probably like
He's been as productive as F.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
been productive. Wonderful. He's a fucking problem.
I agree with you there.
You're coming onto a team that's a young team, young head coach, young quarterback, young receivers. Everything on that team is young. And you're coming in as probably the oldest cat at starting skill position wise on the offense. He's the oldest dude.
I hate that people think that Stroud can't struggle. Like they think, oh, Stroud is so good, he can't struggle. He's gonna struggle.
Everybody struggles.
That's what I'm saying. Like they think that he's gonna be great for every year of his career.
I
That's just
can't.
not.
It's a
possible.
Mahomes thing.
I
It's a Mahomes thing.
can't
Oh, this
unsee
fucking guy.
what he
It's
did.
true.
I
It's a
can't
Mahomes
see what
thing.
he did in
It's
the
true.
playoffs, in the college football playoffs. I can't unsee that. I can't see what he did in the first round of the playoffs. He balled out in the first round of the playoffs.
That was against the defense that was the worst on the road the whole year, though.
They're in the
The
playoffs.
thing is, I can't unsee the game against Denver where they barely won and they should have lost that game. I can't unsee those moments. That's the problem. The game that he barely beat Gardner Minshew, like I can't unsee that. Like that's fine. He had a wonderful rookie year.
Yeah.
He had
Wonderful.
one of the best rookie year. Not a wonderful record setting. Setting.
Yes. Woo. All
His
right. And now
talent- and then he
he's
played-
exceptional.
He played
He's-
at the highest level at college football.
Eddie, he's
Almost beat
wonderful.
Georgia.
Almost. He lost to Stetson Bennett. Stetson
Touche.
fucking Bennett.
Touche.
So, nobody's saying he sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying he sucks.
But people think
That's
he
not what
can't
I'm
struggle.
saying.
People think he can.
But
he
he's
cannot
going to
struggle.
have a fucking guy who's a cancer in his ear after the second week of the season.
Coming to preseason games in some stupid ass outfits.
Oh, for sure. But wait.
The last one where he plays for a quarter.
Let's wait until week 3 or 4 of the year where if Diggs only has 10 or 12 catches in the first 3 or 4 games, it's like, whoa. I didn't come here to catch the ball 4 times a game. That's not what I came here to do.
But what if
But-
they're winning?
I'll be trading for.
He
his
don't
face.
give a fuck if
Yeah.
they're winning. They
That's-
were winning
that's
in
the
Buffalo.
issue. That's the issue.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. And he has better receivers on the other side than he did at Buffalo. Gabe Davis, I mean, he was serviceable. The slot guys at Buffalo, he actually has talent receivers. He should not, he shouldn't have went there if that was the fucking
There's
case.
3 guys that were there last year that helped this team get to the point where they got last year. So you can't and those guys are still there. It's not like, oh, they're gone.
And Tank Dell was a dog. On tape, a dog.
And they also got Devin Singletary, who can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Like they have guys. I think Diggs is gonna be a problem. You think he's gonna give a fuck that they start the season 3-0 and he's got 15 catches, 12 catches, whatever? If you don't get him the ball, that's gonna be an issue.
He sort of underachieved last year. Like he had a bunch of games where he was getting 4, 5, 6, and he was bitching. When Buffalo was winning too.
And he was complaining, and
yeah.
they were winning. He
Yeah.
doesn't care. At the end of the day, he's a receiver. He don't give a fuck about winning. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. And receivers, for the most part, they don't care about winning. Let's be real. It's just
True.
my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's hard to argue with that, man.
So, but
There's your breakdown.
Of the South teams.
Do you think they get a wild card?
no.
According to-
I mean that. Yeah.
according to his bet.
Yeah.
No.
Staying
No, I
consistent.
don't, because I think
Try to see what I try to do there. Try to trap them.
no, because I think I think you have Buffalo. I think you have the Jets. You have Miami.
You have the
have
Raiders getting the wild card.
The Raiders, Chargers. Like you have teams in there.
Jacksonville will obviously
I think Jacksonville wins the division.
Saw the Ravens, the Bengals.
Yeah. Oh, well, we haven't even covered that division.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
The Ravens,
They can
Bengals,
still be-
Browns.
maybe the best AFC division out
It's
of
the best
everybody.
division
The
in
best
football,
division right
period.
now.
Like hands down. Like you put those teams would wish to play in the AFC South.
Oh my God, yes.
Like unfortunately, they're located in the North. But if you'd move Miami out and maybe move another team into the East and shit, you can maybe get it going. But other
Well,
than that,
there's your breakdown in NFL. We have one more week where we're going to the Norte, the Norteños, and we'll cover
both
that.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
16 Sundays away.
Oh man, I can't wait.
I could taste it.
Can't wait. But we're gonna take a small break, guys. We have a special treat for you. Come back. We have a Power Slap superstar and friend of the show. Guys, we know him personally.
Mm-hmm.
The mechanic himself, Big Vern Cathey, straight out of Kansas. We'll be right back. We'll get Big Vern up, and it's going to be an awesome interview because he always is. Welcome back, everybody, to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 82. Guys, we just broke down the NFL South divisions. Rafa has the hot take that the Texans are going to not suck, but not make the playoffs next year.
I'm sticking to it.
Which
I gotta stick to it.
Dude, it pissed everyone off.
What take do you think is more hot? Me saying that Josh Allen won't make the playoffs, or that the Texans won't make the playoffs?
Your Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the league, bro.
Just a
Like,
question.
I don't understand how you don't get that.
Well, yeah, let's move on. Guys, I told you guys we had a special treat. This is a friend of the show. We are the official podcast of Power Slap. And if you have not caught on,
By the way, not official. We're just
I say we're official.
Dana's fucking like, no, you're not, bitch.
I am
Dana's gonna come and slap you.
Dana's gonna delete everything we have.
Dana. I'm manifesting this shit. Big Vern, I'm manifesting that we will be the official podcast of Power Slap. Everybody, let's welcome the number 3 contender in the light heavyweight division, Big Vern, the mechanic, Cathey. Guys, everyone give a hand to the man, friend of the show. How you doing, Papa? How you doing, Big Vern?
I'm doing great. Can you guys hear me? Everything good?
We're good.
As
Perfecto.
always, man. You sound amazing. How's life been treating you? How's everything going?
Life's great, man. It's just been a roller coaster here lately now that I'm going against Turpin. So it's funny, the shit talking. I tell you that.
So this is very interesting. You were at Power Slap 7 where, you have Austin, Turp Daddy Slim. Probably, is it wrong to say, like, not the poster boy, but maybe the most lightning rod athlete in Power Slap? Is it wrong to say that? Is he the star?
No. He is. I mean, he's got a following. I mean, he's just, he puts on a show. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely up there like that. Yeah.
By the way, sorry, before
No,
you
go ahead,
ask, you have someone very special in the chat. He said his name is Gibber Allen. He's a friend of the show. He says he's naming his firstborn after you, male or female.
Big? Just big?
Just big.
Just big.
So,
I don't know.
hey, I would take it.
Might
man.
want to talk that over with his wife.
He hasn't met her yet.
Yeah.
So, Big Bird, it's so ironic. And I do want to ask you about this, that at Power Slap 7, you were actually Turp Daddy's coach. How was the chemistry for that? And, I know you guys aren't like hanging out, slapping bags and shit, but Dana does put you, have guys be coaches. And what was the chemistry between you and Turp Daddy Slim at Power Slap 7?
It was good. I mean, I go with what anyone wants, and getting them pumped up, like me. Like, even when he was my coach, I was like, hey, I'm always not amped up enough. I'm like, you need to get me amped up, And then
Nice.
he's like, just keep me going, keep me pumped, So yeah. Actually, it was kind of funny because I kept on covering my microphone during the match because I'd like be yelling at people. And my wife afterwards, like, you realize we can still hear you. I'm like, oh fuck.
He's like covering his mic, yelling at most of the
Yeah,
time.
I'm like, hey motherfucker, we gotta get this shit done. Like, what are you doing? And they're just all like, okay, all right, and then I watched the video back and I'm like, oh, they heard it clear as day.
So if you guys don't know, Power Slap 8 just announced I believe it's the second now event that's been open to the public. The first one that's Durango, was it not?
Yeah, yep.
So now this is an event that if you actually want to go buy tickets, it's not invite only with Tom Brady. This is at the Fountain Blue. It's a 40,000 square foot arena, the Cobalt Room. The Fountain Blue, Big Vern, I just was there. I was there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Beautiful hotel and resort. And when I saw the announcement, I was like a fanboy. I called it off. I'm just like, here's our opportunity. Here's our opportunity to go see Big Vern. And this is, would you say it's your biggest match of your career?
Yeah. Even though I lost the title match against AJ, honestly, this one's way bigger than that one. The sport's growing. The only thing that upsets me about this is if Turf Daddy Not So Slim would have made weight last time, this would be for the title. But it's not for the title. I have to go. It's just jumping through hoops, but I don't care. I'm there to do the match.
Turf Daddy Not So Slim is hilarious.
Turf Daddy Not So Slim, baby. Clip that shit. So if you guys don't know, Turf Daddy had a title match against Wolverine, who is the current champion and still champion, because Austin Turf Daddy, like, it wasn't 1 pound, it wasn't Orion Garcia 3 pounds. He came in 15 pounds overweight, Papa.
Holy shit.
Like, it was.
I felt like he didn't even try.
The word was egregious.
Yes.
And I think we
So in my last match too against Delvin, it ended up being a heavyweight match because he didn't make weight. So they pretty much nipped it in the butt. They're pretty much telling people, hey, we're gonna start fining your ass. This is no joke. So so he'll come in at weight, but I'm gonna Turf Daddy Not So Slim for a while. But he better be on keto. He better be doing something, jogging, running. Fuck.
You're preaching to the choir. What are you trying to say?
Are
Are we the official podcast of Austin Turf Daddy Slim?
Not So Slim.
Not so slim. But either way, we that match went all 5 rounds with
he got caught twice for clubbing, but he was he was phenomenal. Like the other
great
rounds,
job.
He didn't foul. He won the rounds.
There was a bunch of clubbing, in which I wanted to ask you about clubbing. I know, like, the official is like not hitting the strike zone. Could you explain to the public that is not on Power Slap but should be what clubbing is and what foul? Because there's fouls.
It's like leading with your palm, and you're not hitting complete like flat, or you can hit at the neck, or you can hit like high. So low, high.
Not hitting the strike zone, I think it's been called.
Yep.
Let me ask you this: because you've been fouled before and you've fouled before.
No, I've never fouled.
Never fouled. Can you tell? When you've clubbed?
A professional here. Ed.
Yeah, no, he is, dude. He's so, like, he's the straight arrow, go by the rules, come in weight. Just that's why we love you so much, Big Vern. Can you tell when you've been clubbed?
Yeah. It's a different hit. It's more of a thud. Like, you'll hear it in the crowd. It's like a thud. Like, when I hit someone, it sounds like a 38 special going off. It's just pow. You just hear it.
That's why you have probably the most famous, or one of the most famous and most viewed Power Slaps.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
How many million views do you have on that?
I think that one's like 20 or 30, but my last one I got like 110 million views now. So
that's freaking crazy, man.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
That is crazy.
So, Vern, how many rounds is this going to be? 3?
It's gonna be a 3-round match. Yep.
Okay, and you don't know where you're at yet on the schedule, obviously, for that night, because
I won't be second to last. I won't be main event or second to last. I'm probably third to last.
Okay.
Because there's a title match and another title match, and then it'll be me and Austin.
Yeah, that's a pretty big fight. Now, let me ask you: if you slap out or knock out a big slim Turf Not So Slim, if you beat Austin, are you getting a title fight?
I would almost guarantee it. But whatever Erica calls me to do, I'll do. Like, there's like Alan Klingbeil. He's like, I'll go against anybody. Blah blah blah. Like, everyone talks tough. I'm like, they call me and it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, they know the answer. They're just like verifying it.
Yes.
Right.
Like, I don't care.
Now, Russell Rivero, is he still the number 2 ranked, or is this a 1 in 3 match as far as rankings go? So, I mean, I would hope you get that, because in actuality, Turf Daddy Slim did beat the Wolverine, correct? Just because he came in overweight. So, to me, I think you should get that shot for that title
if you beat Turf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's just like in UFC, there's guys that are like, oh, you hear Dana complaining about it. Oh, I want more money, or I want this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like some more money, but they call me up, I'm like, yeah, we'll do it. But if I'm telling you right now, if I knock Austin out, which that's the goal, the crowd is going to go insane.
I can
Like,
imagine.
Even the title match and the other title match is not going to be nothing compared to our match. Like, everyone's coming to watch Austin and me.
I agree 100%.
I agree. I don't know why. I know that the championship match is at super heavyweight with you have the crazy Hawaiian versus the Pitbull.
Who's a monster, by the way. The
Yeah.
Hawaiian.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're big dudes, huge.
They're big dudes.
It
but
just looks so slow.
it almost like they don't generate enough power. They're huge. And of course,
Mhm.
I wouldn't volunteer to get hit by those dudes.
No. And I'm
But-
in their weight class. That definitely is not. That's definitely not happening.
But I do feel like light heavyweight is that perfect balance of big, powerful, and speed. Not even the heavyweight, like the heavyweights might be a little too big, too slow. I feel like light heavyweight is the division right now. And
Mhm.
Wolverine's been at the top for a long time now. So
Yeah.
we're just so freaking excited to actually be there in person at the Fountain Blue, June 28th on a Friday, live on Rumble, by the way. And Rumble is 100% free. Go download Rumble. I promise you this, that if you tune in on June 28th to watch Power Slap 8, you will be entertained. It's impossible not to be entertained, is it not?
Oh,
phenomenal.
It's like it's for everyone that wants like short clips and their TikTok and all that. It's like we're TikTok. Like, you're seeing the home run, you're seeing the dude fall on the bike. It's just hilarious. Like,
Yes.
I'm not lying. Like, every time I knock someone out, like, the crowd is completely silent while I'm in my swing, and as soon as I hit them, dude, it's just like I hit a home run in the World Series. I mean, I've said it a couple times. Like, people are just going insane, and I love it.
Dude, I'm not going to promise that I won't jump on stage and start doing backflips. I won't like rush you or anything. I wouldn't
Just get on the stage.
I wouldn't like take your moment away, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But let me ask you this, because Turp Daddy Slim does have a signature move when he wins. He is very he does the floor hump. And if you have
Yeah.
he gets on that ground and starts humping
He's
away.
he got agility, the big dude. He can
There's not a lot of rhythm. It's more a push-up. It's not the
You get some thrust into it. I like it.
you like it?
I like it. He got some.
He is an entertainer. He's an entertainer for sure.
He is. And let's talk more about that, because I watched the AJ Hints match against him, and he's been kind of called maybe when you say entertainer, maybe not as authentic. AJ called him a fanboy. Like,
AJ's a fucking hater.
that he said, they talked a lot of shit, and then when they met, he asked for pictures. And some are saying that Turp Daddy Slim is kind of playing up to the crowd, that's not really him. He's not the Swamp Savage, and it's all
He fooled me.
yeah.
He looks like a fucking savage, all right.
No, he does, but AJ said he's a fanboy.
AJ's a hater.
All right, well,
Let's clarify that
I
shit.
want to know.
Here's what I say about Austin. I won't take anything away from him. He's a great competitor, and he's entertaining. And what other people need to realize is, if you're not good, you sure as hell better be entertaining. And he's good and entertaining, so more power to him. I'm good, and I'm working on being entertaining, because I'm usually pretty serious. That last one, I got a little emotional. Almost ripped my shirt off, but I realized I was fat, so I just fucking stopped.
Well, here, I'll take care of the entertaining part. I'll rip off my shirt, do some back springs, break my back when you win. Will you do the floor hump if you knock
No,
Austin?
that'd be the total. Is
If
has the shit talking gotten to that level where you would need to mock him after the fight, or is it not at that level yet?
Well, let's try to get it.
it's getting close. it's getting pretty close. I got some good stuff for the interviews when we get there. I've got some ammo. He's always full of ammo, so I may get pretty emotional if I knock him out. I'll tell you right now. Who's ever in the crowd, they'll know, and I'll definitely be yelling at Dana and telling him like, "Where's your boy at now?" I might start throwing Werther's originals out to the crowd.
Oh
No,
man.
I love it. I love it. So
Look, I have a question for Vern.
There you go.
But it's also
Yeah.
for Eddie and Rafa. They're debating on what they should wear to the event. If you have any ideas, an idea they thought of was Dumb and Dumber.
dressing up
The
in
suits.
the orange and baby blue tuxedo
Oh
suits.
my God! Like you two?
They just like
Yeah.
lit up.
Yeah,
In the-
us
in the-
too.
We're thinking about it. That would be, I don't know, man. They might not let us in the front row if we did that. The cameras would. How do you not?
I'll keep my phone on me. So make sure if anything happens, I'll like figure out a way to get out there. But I mean, because I'm going late, so you'll be there before me.
Really?
All I'm gonna say is the crowd is from top to bottom, and I love it. I love it. We have the guys that are like, super big fans, and we got the people that are like, I'm on YouTube, I got a podcast, like, it's a melting pot of America, and I'm not joking.
Oh, I'm sure.
It'll be a good combination of the two. We have a YouTube and a podcast, but we also like you guys.
So,
Yeah.
do you have merch? Because I mean, I would love to rock your merch. I would love to.
I wish I did. I'm so busy working and doing things, for my family. I haven't got anything like that. And, not to put anything down for anyone or anything like that. Like everyone's like, oh, I got life-changing money from this. When you're younger, I guess it is life-changing money. I'm just here to kick ass and take fucking names. So I'm just ready to rock.
And your nickname is the mechanic because you actually are a very talented mechanic. Everyone knows you're a Ford guy. Have just awesome cars. Follow Big Vern. Big Vern, go ahead and give your handle out. He's over 10,000 subscribers. What's your handle?
It's Vercules 200. And so there's a story behind that, but yeah, Vercules 200.
Yes. So this is at 185, is it, or 205?
205. Yep.
205.
And if he doesn't make weight, I'm gonna like set in the sauna with him. I will drag him. I will do everything like he's making weight.
So, but here's the thing, Big Vern, is that Austin won the coin flip, I believe, at 7, and because he didn't make weight, he sort of had to forfeit the first lap. Now, shit, I would be sending him cheesecakes from freaking New York because if I'm not mistaken, first striker, I believe, wins 17 to 20% or something like that.
Yeah, my percentage is a lot higher, but yeah, it's I have a.
You have a.
I'm very fortunate.
Last time was the only time you won when you didn't slap first.
Yeah, we went crazy when you took that hit.
Now let me ask you. Let's say if one of you guys doesn't come in.
There's only going to be one.
Well,
Big Vern's a professional.
Well, let's say one of you guys doesn't come in and wait. The fight's not canceled, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
I don't care. They'll throw money my way. They'll throw money his way. They'll make it happen. He'll lose money. I'll gain money. So, yeah, I don't care.
At one point, how long before June 28th do they decide the coin flip, and when will you know who strikes first?
It's usually a couple weeks out because I got to get the odds and the betting and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
I wish they would do like the betting on like before the coin flip. So then I can see all those fucking haters that turn when I win the coin flip. Like, oh, we got to go with Vern now. Like, see the percentage that flips over. Like, we didn't have him first. Because I get that all the time. People are like, I'll read the comments and they're like, oh, man, if he doesn't win the coin toss, that dude's just gone. And I'm just like, they don't know what they're talking about. And then I'm always like, obviously you didn't see my last match. You just saw the one where AJ rocked me.
Yeah.
That I thought he was going on 3, went on 2. I made a big mistake. He won, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, keyboard warriors, just a bunch of keyboard warriors.
Oh,
We see 'em all the
I
time.
have no idea what that is.
Another question. Let's say this match doesn't go your way.
Mhm.
Will you be moving down to 185 like you had said before? Or
I'll go wherever they want me to. It doesn't matter to me, but I'm assuming they'll keep me there. But they also know that I'll do my job, so it wouldn't bother me to go to 185, but I'd like to just stay at 205. 185 is a long ways for me because I walk around at like 230. So
it's a long way.
Yeah, that's a little
but
bit
on the TV show, I went to 194 to go against Amir, the guy I knocked out.
That's right.
So
That's right. So, if I just went to the Fontainebleau, beautiful hotel, brand new. What do we know ticket sales? I mean, I know it's 40,000 square feet. Do we know what type of crowd, and are we estimating like what ticket
they're
sales?
estimated anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Oh, so
nice, which is a much larger than Apex.
Yes, this is the first time that they're going to also have general admission. So they're going to have like the 2 tiers of tickets, and then they're going to have, I do believe, 2 tiers of tickets and general admission.
And this is June 28th, if I'm not mistaken, is Mexican Heritage or
No, that's not till September.
Oh, okay. But there is a UFC fight.
That's McGregor and
Oh yeah, dude. And it's International Fight Week. I mean, the whole
yes.
The International Fight Week, the whole from Wednesday to Saturday is just going to be absolutely crazy in Vegas about fighting. So it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, they're doing the UFC induction into their Hall of Fame, I think.
Yep.
So
that week,
get your tickets because I believe this is going to be a sellout.
Vegas, yeah, it'll sell out.
Vegas is going to be insane. And I can't wait for the energy, man. I'm so excited for you. Are you bringing the wifey down this time? The kids coming down? What's the plan?
Yeah. The wife, she'll be there. Yeah, she'll be at the match. Some of my friends might come. We're not sure. Just it's kind of summertime, kids and all that stuff. So
yeah.
But I mean, I'll tell you right now, the VIP, the better tickets come with like food and drinks. My friends, when they come watch me, they drank their ticket. Like they weren't making money off those tickets. My friends, like there's a video of my friend Dan, like both hands up, 2 drinks, yelling in the crowd on Rumble. Like
that might be Eddie.
No, that might. That's gonna be me.
Yeah,
that's gonna be me.
So no, it's and it's pretty much like, I hate to say this, but the McGregor fight is like, the Super Bowl of MMA coming up. I mean, so who's gonna be there? And it's obviously the night before, so the crowd's gonna have awesome people.
So I don't know if everyone knows this. This is breaking news. Rafa and I will be front row at Power Slap 8, June 28th, in the Cobalt Room at Fontainebleau. We will be there, just losing our minds. Rafa might have to carry me in with a wheelbarrow. But
Vern, you're gonna have to help me after the match.
Yeah, he might have to slap me to wake me up.
When I get done, I'll just walk around and come down and see you guys. We'll just figure it out.
And it's gonna be so incredible. I obviously, the main event is super heavyweight. Do you know who your coach is gonna be yet?
They haven't told me yet. And whoever it is, I mean, I hope it's John Davis because he'll be able to, understand and he needs a fight. That's the main reason why I think they wanted me to go to 185 is because
he's dominating.
And we're in a sport. Yeah, we're in a sport with some balls, man. Just say yes, take your match, and go on about your day.
Listen, I completely understand why you got to. That's life decisions.
Going
up on that stage. It's like the respect, and that's a big thing with Power Slap. And I don't know if Dana does this on purpose to have other fighters and other guys' corners. There's a level of respect, it seems, throughout all the competitors, because just like UFC, to enter that cage, you have to be a warrior. It doesn't matter who you are. You have to, you have to be a warrior and have that warrior mentality. So there is a level of respect between everyone. I know AJ has talked a lot of shit. There are other guys that, the one Turb Daddy, man, he really plays it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Swamp Daddy King, not so
Yeah.
slim. I mean,
Not-
it's like
So
you better be bringing me some gator to eat or something, because man, that boy, I know he's hungry.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So June 28th, free on Rumble, Big Vern. If he doesn't make weight, how long do you have between weigh-in and actual match time?
It's just like the UFC. So we weigh in around 12 o'clock, and we have the day before. So yeah, I got 24, 20, 30 hours.
Are those weigh-ins also public and people can go? Have you guys done that yet, or weigh-ins private? Back room.
It's usually only media.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have public ones yet, but it's usually just media.
Well, we got to get.
And when you see my weigh-in, you guys make sure you tune in, because it's going to be hilarious.
Oh,
I love it.
I don't want you to spoil anything, but you have special.
I won't
plans?
spoil it, but I got some shit planned.
Oh, here we go.
I love it, man.
So Vern, before we get you out of here, real quick, obviously, everyone always thinks they're going to win. What is your prediction? When are you knocking Turp Daddy out?
If I go, let's say I take a hit, I give him a hit. I don't see it going 3 rounds for either of us. Just because we're both, that competitive, and we're there to put on a show.
If you go first,
he doesn't knock people out like I do, so I'm predicting first or second for me, and if he ends up knocking me out, it might be the 3rd round.
All right, so you're gonna knock him out in your first 2.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right, so it doesn't get to a 3rd, is what you're telling me.
no.
I don't know. And if you know anything about Big Vern, he is I think your human force was measured at 52,000 something. Like you are scientifically measured as one of the most powerful guys in Power Slap.
And what they don't show is the other number was my meters per second plus the hit plus how long I hit. All 3 of those combined are like insane. Like if you ever watch my video, try watching in slow-mo, and my hand is still skipping in the video because that's how fast it's moving.
What you're saying is, if you slap first, you're gonna knock him out.
Yes.
I mean, he has a record for that.
All right.
I mean, that's the thing. What is your wingspan? You know what? They should actually give wingspan, because
they measured all of it. It's like I'm like 6'1" or 6'2" is the measurement, something like that, with 73, 74 inches, something like that.
I think Turp's like 71.
Mhm.
Is he?
I think is what is.
He's not. I would say that you're a bigger man than him. I've seen you in person. I've never seen him in person, but you are a large human being.
He's pretty large as well.
Yeah. And we did a whole bunch of other tests once, in the UFC. Like I did bench press and deadlift and all this stuff. And I went in there and I put up some numbers. I wasn't trying to like, hey, put 700 on the deadlift so I can show you. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm here to. So it'll be entertaining no matter what. If I lose, if he wins, it's entertaining. Like we're bringing entertainment to the masses. So that's why they're paying me, because it's in their favor to have me there, because people want knockouts. So the odds of someone dropping is pretty good.
And I didn't know this. That's a crazy stat that you said earlier in the podcast. You've never lifted a foot, you've never clubbed, and you've never flinched?
No.
That's probably, I would bet that you're the only one to do that. I've seen like there's in every
I am.
See, look at that. Dana White.
And I have the least amount of strikes taken and the least amount of hits given.
Analytics,
Wow.
baby. Analytics.
So Vern's prediction: if he goes first, he will knock out.
If it's a clean hit, if I don't do what I did to Delvin and miss like a moron,
I remember that.
All right.
I want to see a floor hump. I want to see a reciprocal
I
floor
want to
hump.
see a floor hump from someone.
No, I want
And
to.
that match needs to end with a floor hump. One or the other.
You know what? I'm calling it right now. I'm floor humping the floor if Big Vern takes
Your front
out,
row, you got all that room. Just go ahead. Just hit her down.
start
I
freaking
think
humping the
if
floor.
you get on the mat and you're floor humping, if you knock him out, I think Eddie will be side by side. He might get escorted out,
Oh yeah,
but he will be side by side with you floor humping.
he totally worth it.
I'll
by
just
the
be
way.
like, no, that's my dude. He's okay. That's my dude. Just let him
I
be.
know, he's with me. He's with me.
He's- the
All
guy-
of a sudden, 16 slappers come out of the back and start slapping the fuck out of him.
totally worth it, man. Totally worth
Slap
it.
his ass out of here.
Let me tell you this again. June 28th, Power Slap 8, star-studded. There will be stars there. The second public event where there's general admission. There's room for 3,000 to 4,000. If you haven't got your tickets yet, I'm surprised if it's not sold out already. Because once it's already going to be a very big weekend with International Fight Week. And if you guys haven't jumped on the Power Slap fanboy train, you must, because it is, like you said, Big Vern, it's the home run. It's the home run derby. It's the slam dunk contest. Actually, that's an insult. Way better than the slam dunk. But you will get action. And Big Vern is known for being a knockout artist. And we all know Turb Daddy Slim is a show.
It's going to be a great show. Good luck to both of you guys, by the way. And we're going to chat with you hopefully in a couple weeks before the match one more time.
We would love to have you and Turb Daddy on at the same time. Get some shit talking back and forth.
Oh,
And-
you make it happen. We'll do it. We'll do it.
We're going to make it happen.
We are going to try to make that
Okay.
happen, Big Vern. And
Ed's going to have to apologize to Turb after,
I'm a little fanboy,
after he's
I've said this before to you, Big Vern. I think that what you've done for the sport, making weight, being professional, showing up, and never fouling. How about that? That's incredible. I just think that Big Vern is the poster boy of what a Power Slap athlete should be.
I appreciate that.
very
Yeah.
well said.
And a man. How about that? He's a freaking great person and a man. I know the age difference. Turb Daddy's a little younger.
He's 28.
Yeah.
How old are you, Big Vern?
40.
Yes. You need to slap
He's a
Gen
man.
Z
He's 40.
or Gen X back into fucking 1960 when you freaking see.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. I won't die this until the day of the match. We'll die it a little bit that day.
There you go.
Nice little.
But
just
my
for-
head,
Trim the beard a little bit though, because I saw him smacking Wolverine's beard all over the.
oh yeah, flying. No, it'll be all trimmed, cleaned up. It'll be nice.
Yeah, there was hair flying everywhere. He was slapping the hair off that man's face.
I feel like Wolverine because you can't see exactly where the strike zone is with the. I think he tries to use it as an advantage. Wolverine does.
I'm assuming there's gonna be some rule changes on that, but
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Big Vern, anything else you want to add, man? We're just so pumped to have you on.
no, I just appreciate this, and everyone. I mean, it's entertaining. There's general admission tickets. There's VIP. There's regular ones. I mean, just if you can make it, get there because you'll be across for some stars. I mean, I'm not saying Tom Brady's going to be there. He did post it, but we'll see what happens.
He posted Big Vern
yeah.
and Turb.
Man, that is
Oh, yeah.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be sitting next to Brady. So
Yeah. I mean, do a photo bomb like me. I mean, you're not in the photo, but you're in the photo type thing.
I love it.
Do we know what the general admission is?
No. Price wise, no.
I'm telling you this,
No.
everybody. I'm telling you this right now that these tickets, when you think about UFC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, this in 5 years will be just as popular. Get in now. Get these tickets while they're affordable. Because I'm telling you now that the numbers, what have you guys jumped? Like 3 million as far as Power Slap followers on Instagram?
Yep.
I mean, it is a freaking chart that is just rising. It looks like Mount Everest. And this is a great opportunity because not all Power Slap are even available to go to, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, buy your tickets. June 28th, Friday, Fountain Blue Resort and Casino. And if you can't buy a ticket, just download Rumble. It's free, and it's guaranteed to be a good time and entertaining. And you know that Big Vern and Turb Daddy will put on a show.
Yes, for sure. So good luck, Big Vern. Hopefully, we'll talk to you before this thing gets going, and hopefully the shit talking continues between the both of you.
Yes.
Oh, it will. It will. And I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Big Vern. We love you, man. Give Big Vern another round of applause. The dude has supported us big time and been just an incredible friend to the show. And we've met him. We've had dinner with him. And if there's anyone to root for, like, he's the good guy. Like, he's the Kirk Cousins of the NFL. Like, how do you not like Big Vern, man? That's what I'm saying. Thanks a lot. Thanks again, Big Vern. We'll talk.
Yep, thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Later, bye.
Best. He's the best, man. And we are going to be there, Papa.
Man, I don't know about what color suit I'm going to wear, though.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. And, dude, if Tom Brady, there's going to be stars there.
100%. Especially the big UFC fight. If the next day, CJ's like, dude, how can you guys not go to UFC as well? Power Slap, I think, is more exciting.
It is. I hope,
dude. I just think because it's so close.
I agree with your overall premise, but this is the Notorious.
No. I know.
It's the Notorious.
Dude, listen.
McGregor.
I just saw Roadhouse last week.
Straight trash.
Straight garbage.
Straight trash. But
was McGregor in that movie?
Oh, he's a star. He's a star villain.
He's a star villain. Doesn't show up till an hour and 15 minutes.
Fucking minutes in,
and he's naked.
He's butt ass naked, booty cheeks and everything. Booty cheeks out.
Bravo's gonna watch it now.
Tuning in.
Yeah, Jay just downloaded it right now to his phone.
Let's do this.
Jay's YouTubing it and everything. McGregor ass cheeks naked.
I'm a huge Roadhouse guy. The original with Patrick Swayze, one of my favorite movies. I wanted to like this movie. I wanted so bad. And I'm never the dude that says I walked out of a movie. I checked out. I didn't change it.
I didn't check out, but
it was bad.
It was, I thought I liked it. I thought I did.
You know what? I don't know. Like a lot of older movies, when they remake them,
they went Hollywood.
It's not going to be.
Yeah, they did too much. They did way.
You know what movie would be better if they remade it by $1 million?
Free
Scarface.
Willy.
Scarface.
If they remade Scarface,
I think
they couldn't do it.
Of course they could do it, and they'd get a way better than a fake ass fucking Cuban. He wouldn't even get a Latino guy just to play it, not some fucking Italian dude who didn't speak Spanish.
This is so. If Rafa's Cuban, he hates Al Pacino's accent. No one agrees with you, Al Pacino.
It's not a real fucking accent. Say hello to my little friend. Like, bro, I know you're dude. It's a disgrace.
But not everyone knows the Cuban accent.
He don't speak Spanish.
You listen.
He doesn't speak Spanish, Ed.
I know he doesn't, and he didn't in the movie.
It's like getting Irish dudes to play like fucking Godfather. Like, bro, you're not Italian. You can't do it.
You are on an island with also.
If you rewatch Scarface, watch it today, tomorrow, anytime within the last fucking 15 years. Have you ever seen it?
Oh, hell yeah.
I
love Scarface.
It's terrible.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you. This
Dude, even the storyline.
It's not terrible.
It's only because he doesn't like
terrible.
What about Manolo's accent?
He's Cuban.
I'm telling you, to the average colored individual like myself, you gotta love Toy Montana. You gotta love him. You gotta love him.
The role is maybe his best role
ever. And
Al Pacino, I mean, he's done everything. My son has Al Pacino and Scarface tattooed on his arm.
I get it though, because you're Cuban, it's your culture, you know it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Any Hispanic person that speaks Spanish knows that shit ain't real.
Bro, everyone.
Why are you looking at Eddie? He doesn't speak Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, I thought you did.
Everyone in East LA does not say horrible accent, horrible movie. That's not a thing.
I've never heard. You're actually the first person I've actually heard say that.
I'm sorry. He's
on an island.
It's bad for me.
Oh man.
Dude, Scarface.
By the way, Scarface is a remake.
Well, remake it again. Find a Latino to remake the fucking movie.
Who?
A Mexican,
Who?
No, that's already
anybody.
a thing. You haven't heard? They've already talked about
Is
it.
he black?
Yes.
Oh no,
Who is it?
The
Jonathan Majors,
no.
Give me, look it up.
Even worse, Apollo
Michael B.
Creed.
Jordan.
Yes.
My fuck,
He doesn't
Rafa, they
speak
did
Spanish.
it. He's black, Rafa.
Yeah, there's black Cubans.
No, it
There's
has to
black-
be your skin tone.
No, he's
It
gonna
has
be
to be.
Haitian.
It cannot be a black dude. It cannot. Tony Montana's not a black
I'm
dude, bro.
telling you.
He's not black.
Well, Tony Montana wasn't Cuban in the first.
But we don't want to see a black guy. Well, I want to see a athlete. I can't say what I
So
want to say.
this is my thing.
CJ's black, by the way. Just so you guys
They know,
know that.
they know.
You need to clip this whole fucking thing.
So this is the
This
thing.
entire conversation needs to be clipped.
So this is the,
Within 15 clips, I need them
yeah.
all.
So this is the thing with Roadhouse, and this is why they win Hollywood, and this is why Hollywood is suffering and horrible because they tried to make everything woke and everything. In the new Roadhouse, which was a white guy who had a bar in Tennessee or somewhere in the South, now the freaking
It's a gay bar in LA.
It's almost.
It's right there. It's
It's-
right there.
It's a black woman, and they try to make it about prejudice.
Prejudice. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Like I didn't have it, and my dad gave it to me.
And the bar's right on the Florida Keys,
And
and everyone's pissed off. Who the fuck do you know is pissed off on the beach with the ocean? There's fights every day. When you're in Florida Keys, no one's aggressive.
No, but the storyline was that there was
They're
this
all older
family.
white.
No, there was this family, Latino family that owned the city and built it up, and there was just these gangsters that nobody ever saw during the movie. Nobody saw them. Where
Yeah.
the fuck were they? There's people that were supposed to control the city and scare everybody. Nobody ever saw them.
And there was a black little girl that he's trying to protect.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, you would blow up. You would
Watch
explode.
it. Watch it. You gotta
No,
watch
I'm
it.
not watching.
You're not. No.
It's-
Although McGregor coming out naked might be.
He's-
He's gonna fast forward. It's in the beginning.
What
He
minute is
Howard.
it in?
McGregor, I thought, did well.
I thought he played the only
Probably
role
better
he
than
could play.
probably
a,
better than
a cracked out
McGregor.
McGregor. A cracked out McGregor
Yes,
is what he
which-
played.
was
which
he
we
better than
see
Al Pacino and
All the
Scarface?
time.
We see that on Instagram all the time.
UFC 294, 292. We've seen it.
What do you think about the McGregor hate that he got this week? They show him at a club with and that's first of all, that's his wife that he's rubbing
Yes,
off
that's
on.
his wife. It's
and-
been his
and
wife.
they're
He has two
like-
kids with her.
And they're like, look at McGregor. Like, this is how he's training. Bro, he's with his wife at a club
Okay.
a month and a half.
He's 6 weeks out of fight.
This is the thing.
So what? You can't do shit?
This
Yeah,
is the thing.
Honestly, he shouldn't be out.
I get it. I get.
Do
No, this is
whatever
the
the
thing.
fuck you
I
want.
get
on
it.
his wife.
I get it. This is Conor fucking McGregor.
Yeah.
He does whatever the fuck. The UFC is. I'm sorry. It is not with John Jones, with Alex Pereira, all these good guys.
Biggest star.
It's not the UFC without Conor.
He's the biggest
McGregor.
star.
So he does what the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't agree with your statement there.
Oh,
Oh, McGregor.
is
McGregor took the UFC to here.
who? Who?
Conor McGregor to here.
No one's saying who.
There's
who?
not another.
There's not another. There's not another.
The best
John
fighters.
Jones did not change the UFC like Conor McGregor did. GSP did not change you.
Jared-
Khabib is the most famous Muslim athlete in the world. He did not change the sport like
Yeah.
Conor McGregor did.
Yeah, I just think
He took it
AFC.
to another
I think UFC people watch no matter who the fuck is fighting.
But it's
That's true.
$20 million gate when Conor is there.
Yeah, he's the show.
It just raises a level when McGregor comes through. It just raises another level. It just does.
I think he gets his
What
ass
was a chick that
No.
used to fight too?
No.
Ronda. What about Ronda? You just gonna dethrone like
Ronda
You know
was the
what?
most over. She was.
Ronda had people who
Okay,
watched
but
the
you know
UFC thinking that she could beat McGregor,
You know what?
Mayweather.
I think
man-
that's a good. I think she might be number 2. She raised it.
For women, yes.
For women, for everyone.
Okay, no,
there
no.
were fucking grown ass
No,
men
I
trying to
disagree.
tell me
I
that
I have
Ronda would
somebody
beat
I think who
Mayweather
changed
in
it
a
more
fight.
than she did.
I
think Amanda Nunez changed it more than she did.
Oh hell
No.
no!
Yes.
I don't even.
Yes.
She walked through that door. I wouldn't even know who the fuck she was.
Oh, bullshit.
I think she was a
She
cleaning
was the
lady.
bitch
She
who
walked.
fucked up Ronda Rousey.
Listen.
If she walked through that door, I think Eddie, your clean lady's here in his leg. I swear to God.
I'm gonna make.
Clip that shit, send it to her. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna make an admission.
Ronda had men, Ronda had grown ass men telling people that she could be Mayweather in a fight.
And you
I didn't believe it. Of course
nobody
not.
believed her.
So what I'm about to say totally supports your statement, and this is very hard for me because I read Rhonda's book.
I did too.
I
read it
There's
too.
nothing wrong with that.
I read a little bit of it. I'm not gonna say.
What are you, a fucking sexist pig?
No,
That's my job, Ed. You can't take my job on the show, Edward.
Damn.
The
good
fuck?
point.
Yeah, he's our woman beater.
Jesus Christ.
Basher.
Basher.
Stop.
I'm just saying,
Jesus.
I haven't read many books in my life, so that's
oh,
why.
so this is a privilege. This is Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, like
Ronda.
Ronda Rousey was the
That's
most
book count.
overhyped UFC athlete known to the UFC. Period.
But
Period.
people watch CJ.
But my statement's not untrue.
I don't know. I don't know if
Can
it's
you-
untrue or not.
Can you
It's
say,
untrue.
Can you say overhyped if she brought
In the octagon.
tons?
In the octagon.
Okay, yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
octagon.
yeah, yeah.
Most overhyped.
Yeah,
in the octagon.
that's
Conor
what I'm talking
McGregor
about.
is the most hyped in and out of the octagon. He talks shit to you in and out. He has people entertained in and out. John
Yeah,
Jones, Khabib, GSP, nobody does that like Conor McGregor does. That's just the truth.
Yeah, like Khabib's biggest moment was beating the shit out of Conor and talking shit to him while he was beating him. Like, and Conor's
I
like,
disagree.
and-
I think Khabib's biggest moment was after when he hopped out of the cage and beat up on Dylan Dennis. I think that was his biggest moment. I think Khabib is the most famous Muslim athlete in the world. When he beat Conor, they gave him all this shit, all these million.
Yeah.
Putin was on the phone, all that good stuff. He has not transcended the UFC to where Conor McGregor has. Conor
I
McGregor,
agree with that.
yeah, Conor McGregor in a matter of 2 to 3 years.
He
Come on, man.
I just think the UFC's so big that it's.
because of him.
Because Conor McGregor.
I don't know. All right, you guys might be right. You watch it more than I do. I'm just saying, for me, that's just a casual.
I'm a
It
casual.
doesn't matter
I'm a for
if
sure casual.
doesn't matter if it's McGregor or anyone. I think people are just gonna tune in no matter what. So more people might tune in if it's McGregor.
Let me tell you, if I gave you 10 random Americans, okay, and I put John Jones, and I said, told you John Jones, GSP, and Connor's fighting. If John Jones is fighting, I say 6 tune in. GSP's fighting, I say
If he-
5 or 4.
No,
I'm not
dude,
watching.
Maybe
most
less. Maybe
boring
less. Yeah, he's a
fighter
wrestler,
ever.
grappler.
Boring.
Connor tunes in. All 10 of them are saying, I'm watching the fight. I don't
Yeah.
care who's fighting. Who he's fighting. I don't care who it is. Conor McGregor's on the
And
screen.
they're going to the liquor store and buying a
Buying
bottle
a-
of
what do you-
proper
yeah,
12
proper
hold on.
12.
and
Hold
drinking
on.
it.
Anybody's up
Michael
drinking
Brown-
proper 12.
Michael Brown said, "Breathe when you talk, CJ." Holy smokes!
What did he
He
say?
said, breathe when I talk. So I got allergies.
He's
I got allergies. I got allergies. Sorry, MB. Broncos suck ass.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, that's
I don't know. I just think the UFC, for me, as I'm just a cat, I think the UFC is just such a big brand that it needs McGregor. Everybody needs a McGregor. But when was the last time McGregor fought?
I don't think they need McGregor anymore because I think Sean O'Malley has now taken that. Will take that in the next coming years to come. I think he can. He has the star power.
Not that they need him. I'm not-
They don't need anybody.
McGregor
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
think.
they don't
I
need
think
anybody.
don't need him.
That's what he was trying to say the whole
Right.
conversation.
That's
But-
what I'm saying. I don't think they need anyone. I think
Right.
they're such a huge brand. It's like the NFL. If Mahomes is done, like they don't need any. Like there'll be somebody else. Okay, like they don't need anybody else. The NBA needs to focus on one guy because their brand is dying.
Right.
It's
So
not
has the
about the name on the
NFL
front. It's about
The
the
name
name
on the
right?
back.
But has the NFL ever needed anybody?
No, not
Okay, the UFC at one point needed Connor. They needed him. They needed him. I don't know if the sport, it may still be popular, but I don't know if it's as
It's been years
popular.
now. It's been years now that it's dominated.
Connor's
Boxing?
been there since 2010, 11?
It's been before that.
Right, he's been-
the
they've been around since
the
2011.
Diaz brothers were huge.
Huge. But Connor fought Nate Diaz to
Yeah.
make him big.
Yeah.
Nate's coming back, by the way.
Nick.
UFC or Nick
Nick.
Diaz.
He's fighting
Abu Dhabi,
Vicente Luque
in
at
Dubai.
Abu Dhabi August
Yeah.
3rd.
Or, yeah, Abu
Yeah.
Dhabi.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, but Ronda, don't discredit Ronda's fucking. what she did
I
for the
love
UFC.
Ronda, but she in the octagon was the most
I don't give a
overhyped.
fuck what she did in the octagon.
Yeah.
That's what
Outside, she had grown motherfucking men talking about she'll be Mayweather. Like, are you out of your fucking mind?
I'll tell you what she did do. She changed the most important man's opinion because, you know, Dana White was on record saying, I don't support women's wrestling. I think it's stupid. I think it's boring. And he ate his words because I enjoy the women's fights. I think they're incredible. There's technicians.
Zhang Weili, all of them. Rose Namajunas.
the Svetlana or Sri Lanka, whatever, the Russian.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka's a country, sir.
Yeah. She's
You sure you read
technical.
Ronda's book? Now I'm just questioning any reading. Now, any reading has gone
That's
out.
why I told you it was such a big deal that I read that
yeah,
book.
Ronda fought
And-
Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Any reading now from Ed has gone
Yeah,
out
yes,
the
bro,
window.
The Russian champion, blonde girl. She's a technician, man. She's entertaining. Women's fights, I believe, at UFC are just as entertaining as men's.
Yes.
Yeah, I think all UFC fights are good.
Yeah.
Men, women, Doesn't matter. They're all good.
I don't know. Big fan of Tracy Cortez.
Who?
Tracy Cortez.
Please, you guys start naming these ladies.
Shoo.
Like, I will tell you this. I couldn't pick out maybe 6 UFC fighters.
That's sad, Ralph. We gotta change that.
Yeah. Like,
We
I
do
could.
have
I
to
feel like if
change
you
that.
got into it, you would love it. You're
We-
the type
we
of
have to-
personality to like it.
Yeah, I don't understand because you can gamble on it.
You're right.
You know?
And it's-
Yeah, but
I-
I don't know. I don't know
ways.
why.
A lot of different ways, a great payout.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could probably pick out maybe 6 or 7 out of a lineup.
I bet you could do more.
You think so?
Easy.
Not out of a line. I bet you could name
Name them,
more.
yeah.
Oh no, I
Yes.
can name them. I'm talking about picking them out.
You could pick
Like,
out,
I can name
you
out a
could-
bunch. I mean,
You could
fucking
pick out Tracy Cortez.
all
and
the
not know
Silvas.
who
How many
she is.
Silvas are there? Silva. Fucking
It's like 8 of them.
9.
I think Tracy Cortez just came walking into my backyard. Oh, no, that's my wife.
No clue. No
Yeah.
clue. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, but UFC, that's going to be a huge week. McGregor.
Conor
And there's
McGregor.
UFC this weekend. 302, right?
Yes,
Yes.
302.
This
The diamond.
So
Whoo.
we posted the video of Luke and Xander.
A lot of people will be tuning into that.
Yeah, that's so. What are the numbers difference between a McGregor pay-per-view and then a regular pay-per-view?
Oh,
Like, UFC's
big. I would
So
assume.
right now, McGregor's Chandler is expected to break the record at 20 million at the gate.
That's the gate. I'm talking about pay-per-views.
Right.
Like pay-per-views. Does UFC
Oh.
from 299 to 300 to 301 to 298, whatever? Do the numbers change a lot? For example, let's say after UFC
think so.
298, for example, and I don't know who it was. Does Dana sit there and look and say, fuck, 298 didn't bring what 297 did or 296? Does that happen? Or do they consistently have whatever the buys are? I don't know, 20 million, 25 million, whatever.
No,
Does that change?
It changes
It
because
changes
of the
big time.
because of who's fighting.
the star power.
Right.
But how big are the differences?
It depends on who's fighting. There's so many superstars.
I would say- I
A
would
But is
big-
it 5 million, 10 million buys?
Oh, see that?
I would say
I would
5,
say
10 million.
5 to 10 million easy.
That's a lot.
But that's the beauty of the UFC
Yes.
because you can win in the UFC if you lay on a dude for 2 minutes. The crowd will churn on you. It's not only about winning in the UFC. You have to entertain, and the best part about it, you know, there's a WBC, the WBA, and guys avoid each other in boxing. Dana White, if you don't succumb to you will fight him or you don't get paid, it's a beautiful thing where he has control of the entertainment value,
Yes.
which no other place really has.
Right.
You could fight and be boring, and Dana's like, you're not going on the main card.
Yeah,
next
like
time."
heavyweight fighters, Sergey Pavlovich, his partner is Alexander Volkov, the 2 Russians, said they didn't want to fight each other. Dana's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Also, let me give you a quick statistic. 5 biggest UFC pay-per-view buys, Connor's on 4 of them. And I think out of the 10, he might be on 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Do you have that number, Eddie? Were you able to find it or no?
Yeah, I have all 10 right here.
All right, so let's hear. If you can find the buys or whatever, and then
All right, so number 10 is Jose Aldo versus Conor at 1.2 million pay-per-view buys.
Huge.
Knocked him out in 30 seconds. 10 seconds.
Number 9 is UFC 205 Eddie Alvarez versus Conor, 1.3 million pay-per-view buys.
Beat the shit out of him.
Number 8, UFC 100 Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir II.
Wow,
1.3
remember that.
that
million
was
pay-per-view
100,
buys.
by the way.
That's Brock. It's Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar.
Number 7 was Usman versus Masvidal, 1.3.
Huge.
Oh, we knocked him out with that crazy right hook.
Yes.
Crazy right. You're right.
Number 6 was Conor versus Nate Diaz.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Number 5 is Conor versus Donald Cerrone. I believe that's how I say.
Tell me the
Cowboy
number. What's the
Cerrone.
number?
Cowboy Cerrone.
1.35 million pay-per-view buys.
And that's Cowboy Cerrone.
Wait,
Like,
he was popular.
he was popular, but he's not.
Did
like,
more than the Aldo
People
fight.
loved him.
But people loved Jose Aldo more than they liked Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah, but where was McGregor at in his career between the 2 fights?
What
Was
does it matter?
Aldo before?
Jose Aldo is but one of the best featherweights of all time.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Number 4, Poirier versus McGregor. The third one,
He lost.
1.5 million pay-per-view buys. Number 3 is Poirier versus McGregor 2,
Lost again.
1.6 million pay-per-view buys. And then number 2 is Diaz versus McGregor, the second one, 1.6 million pay-per-view buys. And number
Khabib.
1 is Khabib versus McGregor, 2.4 million pay-per-view buys.
Wow.
so this this week should be more than 2.4 million is what.
Oh, yeah. It should.
This
UFC
29.
303 International Fight Weekend.
And just get ready. Connor's gonna throw something at a bus. He's gonna rob a liquor store. Like,
He'll get it.
Well,
amped up.
he's already pushed Chandler in the face when they
Yeah,
did
like-
UFC fighters.
like he's a marketing genius. Like when Khabib was beating him up, he's like, dude, I was trying to sell the fight. And he's like, no, I don't play that game.
Yeah, no.
You insulted my father, my religion,
country, everybody.
like you're getting a beat down. I don't
I
care.
thought their numbers would be bigger than 2.4 million buys.
You got to think the sport is still it's still young.
Can
Like,
you
it's
look? Can you look up most pay-per-view buys for boxing? Because I'm curious.
I'm sure it beats that, but it has to, right?
Let's think
The
about
money's way more.
The money's bigger in boxing. It's just naturally bigger. That's why Francis Ngannou's not coming back.
I don't pay for Mayweather fights.
That's true, but that's us. I'm talking about to the average person. Like boxing just sells. I don't know why. I don't think it should, but it does. I don't know why. UFC fighters leave the UFC and don't come back. Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, who got knocked out in
Knocked out.
boxing.
And he still he got his ass beat.
Yeah, but he's probably making $1 million.
Oh, way more.
Or $2 million.
Number
way
one,
more.
Obviously, was Mayweather Pacquiao. It had 4.6 million pay-per-view buys.
Yeah,
Oh,
super fight, man.
Yeah.
I like everyone remembers where they were for that
Right.
fight. That was big.
Even back
Those are
back then, the number 5 of top 10 most earning pay-per-view events. Number 5 is Tyson versus Lewis with 1.95 million.
Yeah,
I just
See, the
feel
problem that I had with McGregor, I mean, not with McGregor, with Mayweather, was that a lot of the guys that he fought, it was after their prime.
that's all of boxing though. I feel like it's all like that.
That's what
all
Dana White
now.
does.
Canelo
now.
Triple G, like it's all like
Oh,
no matter
100%.
Canelo-
That is now.
I think
You
boxing
weren't that 20 years ago, wouldn't have happened.
right. I think boxing, and it's never gonna happen. I think they have to kind of adapt the UFC model where it's one belt. You fight for one belt and nobody can avoid each other. That's the only way they can fix it.
Dana White should take over boxing, basketball,
The United
the
States.
country, NFL,
My
NBA.
taxes.
I'm
My
that big of a
401k.
fan. I think he's so genuine. He's such just I don't know. He
He's
seems
the
like
greatest promoter of all time.
he's like one of us, right?
Yeah.
He's just a really and he runs this company. Amazing.
In 30 years.
I like how in his I watched some of his interviews and the most amped he got for a question was when someone asked him, "Do you hit on 16?"
Oh,
for blackjack, and he got this is the most excited I've ever seen him. He's like, "Someone asked a good question."
Yes.
Because you got to think about it. He's
Yes.
going to those press conferences. What do you think's going to happen in the fight? Who's going to fight? And he gets the same old bullshit. So when he hears a regular question, he's probably like, "Fuck."
Yeah, no, and
For sure.
and he's a known gambler and a successful gambler. He's banned from many casinos, because he doesn't chase.
He also he had a funny story that he was in a blackjack tournament and he made it to the last table with everybody, the 4 people that are there.
Uh-huh.
And he said, usually at blackjack tournaments, they'll split the pot. And he said, "Nah, fuck that." He said,
Yes.
"We're going to play for this."
He's not gonna split it. He's
he
a
won
millionaire.
it. He won it, got the belt, and then he never went back.
I
Dude, I would like to see that actually. Is that
I'd like
on-
to see that.
I just can't imagine a UFC without Dana White, Joe Rogan, John Anik, DC. I just can't. When they go, I don't know what happens because I don't know. I hope Dana probably has a protege in place training them or whatever.
It's not going to be.
You have the best announcer. You have,
Right.
He's incredible. He's gonna die one day and introducing somebody,
Right.
and then they're ready. He's just gonna have an aneurysm and pass
Bruce-
out.
Bruce Buffer?
Yeah, Bruce.
I mean, he already tore his ACL introducing
Right.
someone.
Did he?
Yeah. He
What?
pounded the ground
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard.
That's why he stretches. You don't see him stretching before.
Yeah.
He does his whole routine. Why is that so funny?
Yeah, you know what? That's right. I blew my tendon just pushing a barrel. So
I
yes.
need a,
Well, it
I
was
need-
a fucking 600-pound
with,
barrel.
with
Yeah,
no
like-
audience.
Yeah, 600-pound barrel though.
I need to buy one of those what are those things, like a video, you can buy a video for
Cameo?
someone? I need to buy a cameo,
Cameo.
for, when I graduate or something. It's
You know, my kids did that for me for a birthday. They
Can I say something?
yeah, go
He
ahead.
does this funny trend on TikTok. There is this group of guys. I think they're from Zimbabwe, and they do cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
the
the
dude
thing?
with the pictures.
Yes,
They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I love them. We
Yeah.
need to get that for
You know,
Rafa.
guess who my kids got me, and I cried like a baby.
Howie Long.
It was a Raider.
Ken
But-
Stabler? Charles Woodson.
He's a fullback for the Raiders, and
Now
now
Kelechi Assembly?
no
Alec Ingold?
Alec Ingold. And he just gave me a cameo for my birthday or Father's Day or whatever. I had tears on my eyes, and I messaged him like we were best friends. He never responded. I'm like, thank you
Thanks
so
for the
much.
video, man.
He called me a great father. I'm like, dude, we're homies now. He never got back to me. He's like, dude, I got paid to say how good you were. Good father. I
Fucking
really,
weirdo.
I really don't think that.
He fucking sent Shanae a message like, listen, this was a one-time deal. Tell your
Yeah.
husband to stop fucking
Yeah.
messaging.
I'm charging me $20 every time he messages me.
Charging the card on file. Shit. So, well, that's your Power Slap 8 preview.
Yeah,
We got sidetracked because Scarface is a terrible fucking movie. And then it went on from there. NBA playoffs. Celtics are in the finals. Jaylen Brown played phenomenal in the series. Tatum looks like turd some nights.
Look, let me say this. You just said that Scarface is a horrible movie. Michael Jordan sucks.
I didn't say Michael Jordan sucks. Just not better than LeBron.
UFC's not different with Conor McGregor. You just got a lot of shit going on right now, Rafa.
That's just my opinion. I think UFC is a bigger brand, but obviously they need their superstars. Yes, but
yeah. But on to the NBA. It's we all saw it last night. The Minnesota Timberwolves avoided the sweep, and
Ant's talking shit. Like, bro, you're down 3-1.
yeah,
like,
he's
you haven't
I wasn't gonna
played
let
good.
that happen.
He's got to
You
keep
have-
the vibes up.
You keep the vibes up, but bro, you're talking too much shit. Like, you've accomplished nothing yet. Like, yeah, you're in the NBA. You're a phenomenal player, etc. Blah 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 blah.
He's accomplished not getting swept. Jordan
Oh.
did several times.
I mean, listen, Cat finally had a good game. I think
That's why they won.
Yeah,
they won because Cat showed up and
Yeah.
had a good game.
yeah.
He hasn't had a good game.
Yeah.
So Ant hasn't had a good game, either. Last night he scored some points or whatever, but he was 10 of 24 at 1 point shooting.
Yeah.
So, but 3-1. Game 5, I think, is tomorrow. Mavs and these guys, and then Celtics already in the finals. They swept the Pacers. No shock. Jaylen Brown was phenomenal in the series, by the way.
We've talked about your predictions. You think the Mavs take it?
I think the Mavs, if Kleber's healthy, but now they lost Lively.
That's right, and he is a stud.
Yeah, they lost Lively, so who knows how they pan out, the rest of the series. I mean, Minnesota going home, up, down 3-1, they've got nothing to lose if they win this next game. Now, game 6, you're still up 3-2 if you're Dallas, but now you're at home. The pressure's on a little bit more. If you lose that game, then you got to go for game 7 in Minnesota.
So LeBron came back 1-3.
Nobody in the NBA has ever come back
done.
3-0. In the NHL, I think it's been done like 2 or 3 times. In Major League Baseball, the Red Sox did it. Joe Torre sold. I'll stick that. I swear I'll take that to my grave. He's sold.
You probably, well, whatever. Yeah.
What?
No,
He's sold.
as a manager in baseball, selling is.
It was game 3, and the Yankees were up like 6 runs, and he pitched Mo in the 8th. He pitched Mo for no reason.
Dude, he always pitched.
Not when the game's like whatever the fuck it was, 15-7, whatever, 9, whatever.
I don't think ever putting Mo out there for 2 innings to close a game.
It wasn't not a closing situation. You didn't need him. He pitched, and then in game 4, he blow saved, and then it just trickled on down from there.
See?
He fucking sold. He sold the Yankees.
Well, going back to the potential finals, who do you think has the most to gain from winning a championship, and who has the most to lose of not winning a championship?
I think if the Celtics lose, they will blow. I think they blow it up. Not that they blow it up. I'm not, because that's a hell of a roster to blow up. The thing is, you have to really take a look. You just paid Jaylen Brown a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And Brown hasn't been the issue. The issue has been Tatum being able to get going, getting in foul trouble, getting the jumper going, the shit like that.
Disappearing for.
He disappears way too many times in the playoffs. So I think the most to lose has to be if the Celtics lose, and they're favored no matter what. They're favored in the series. Doesn't matter who they're playing. They're favored. But I think they have the most to lose because if they lose this game, you need to figure out you need something. You need to fix it. Like, yeah, before when they lost, they were younger. They lost to LeBron.
They're not ready yet.
Yeah, then they lost to the Warriors in the finals.
Yeah.
Like they were. You are now ready. Like this is this is it. There's no more excuses if they lose these finals.
Agree.
Oh, and their pathway. They've had each player got injured in each series.
Yeah, they beat They beat the Pacers without their best player.
Yeah.
They beat
By the way, they almost
Mitchell.
lost.
Mitchell got hurt against Cleveland. And then who'd they beat in round one?
Giannis
then-
and Dame both got injured. And Middleton.
Yeah, Giannis, Dame, and they didn't play in the first series, and you beat them.
Can you say this? The East is garbage. It's been straight garbage.
I don't think so.
How can you say we just
Giannis
named-
was hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been one-sided. There's not been. I mean, we just saw a sweep. The Celtics almost lost with fucking
By the way, they only covered one of the 3 games.
yeah, and the
One of the 4 games.
Did they
sorry.
cover the one where their superstar point guard Halliburton was not even fucking playing?
That's the game they covered.
Yeah,
That's the game they covered. which is, I
Garbage!
think game 2 they covered.
yeah.
Game 3 and 4 they didn't cover. But dude, if they don't win this time, this is their chance to win. If they don't win this time, they need to figure out something to do with Tatum,
They're not.
or they got to fix it. Like they could get, somebody
they're
has
gonna
to leave.
they're gonna fucking add more testosterone to his fucking ball sack.
Who do they keep if they have to get rid of?
They
Butler?
have to keep Jaylen Brown. They just paid him a fuck ton of money. He's the highest paid player in the NBA.
So then where would Tatum go?
Nowhere.
It's you can't technically he's
Yeah,
a top 15
nowhere.
player in the league, top 10, whatever. You can't get rid of him. You just need to reevaluate the system at this point. So you need to figure it out because next year the Bucks aren't. If the Bucks are healthy, they're the best team in the East. Philly, they're one piece away, like literally one piece away, like a real scorer to go with Embiid. Maxi's a phenomenal player, but he's not a
Maxi's a real scorer.
yeah.
Underrated.
Oh no, he's phenomenal. He's great, but he's not gonna. Him and Embiid can't do it.
Celtics have one of the best rosters in the NBA. They have shooters. They have
They play
guys
defense. They
play
rebound.
defense,
they,
everything. Like you can't do anything. You cannot. I agree. Last year they said, "Oh, they weren't ready. You have to go through these, these types of losses."
well, they've
and stuff."
been not last year, but a couple years. They've been to this moment now twice. This will be their second finals
Yeah.
with this team. They added Porzingis. Oh, if they lose and Porzingis doesn't come back, which I think he will. If he doesn't come back, is that an excuse? Well, next year we'll have Porzingis back.
It should not be an excuse. I'll tell you who I think has the most to gain if they win, and that's Kyrie Irving. And I have dogged him. I have called him out on flat Earth. I've called him out on dinosaurs. There's no whatever. He's very controversial, and I've said this that I don't think he loves basketball, and which I think has hurt him. But I'm slowly drifting over to your side and seeing. Mikey said that you said someone is the most talented. I would almost agree that Kyrie Irving is the most talented NBA basketball player right now in the NBA.
Talented, what?
Talented ball handler, shooter.
He's the
can
best
get
ball
to the
handler
rim.
probably ever. Like people
Yeah.
will say that.
I think
He's a phenomenal shooter. This is the problem with Kyrie, and I think it's been a problem for a long time. And he went to the Celtics because I don't know
they
if you remember.
hated him.
He went to the Celtics. He got hurt. That was the year they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They lost to LeBron. Kyrie didn't play. They hated him there. But he joined a team with Tatum and Brown, who were the upcoming rising stars of the league, or at least of that team, etc. He went there. They hated him. He went to Brooklyn. Durant was the guy. He never wanted to be second. He didn't want to play second fiddle to anybody. He didn't want to with LeBron, which is why he left to Boston. The thing was, and in Boston, number one, he got hurt. Number two, they had 2 rising stars.
Yeah.
He goes to Brooklyn, and it's Durant's team. Then you bring in Harden, another huge personality. He has finally accepted that he is not an alpha player. He's not a 1. He cannot be a 1 on a team. He's accepted that now. He's literally sat there and understood this is Luka's team. I'm here. And you clearly can see it in the series against the Thunder. In all the games leading up before this series, he has sat back. And when you look at his stats for the first 3 quarters, he's got 6 shots. He's got 8 shots. He's got 7. He's not taking 15 shots in the first 3 quarters. Then in the fourth, it's like, okay, let me get going, right? Because we need for me to get going. Before, it wasn't like that. Before, I think it was me. Why it was always, and then there was always an issue. People talking shit. He didn't want to take the vaccine. He didn't want to do this. The earth is flat, whatever. But now he's accepted the fact that he's a number 2. He will always be a number 2. That's the bottom line. And I think now he understands it. And that's the difference, I think, in his play compared to last year. Last year when he joined Dallas, I don't think he didn't understand that, which is why they faded at the end of the year, because he didn't understand.
Faded is soft.
Well,
It fell
they
off
collapsed.
a waterfall edge.
He didn't understand that he wasn't a 1. He's not a 1.
Yeah, because the way they played, they basically just kept switching of who was going to handle.
Right.
Yeah, who's
And-
going to bounce the ball for 22 seconds
and then take a
shoot?
shot. And now he's understood that he's a number 2. He's playing Robin. He's Robin. Luka's Batman. He's understood that, which is why I think they've played phenomenal. And I think if he plays like that, they can beat the Celtics in the final.
Does if Luka wins it, does it solidify him as the best Mavericks player over Dirk?
Dirk.
It's too early.
At 25?
It's too early.
At 25, he has the potential to be the best.
Oh,
Mavericks
he's
player.
if he put it this way, if he wins the finals, if he makes the finals next year again, even if he doesn't win it this year and makes the finals next year, he's better than Dirk.
I
To me, I think he's better than Dirk. And if you look at
I
his,
agree.
if you look at his stats through whatever leading up from the beginning of his career to now, the only one who matches in all the categories is LeBron. He's that rebounds, assists, points, etc. It always leads back to the king, by the way. But I think Luka's the second best player in the league. I think he will be the best Mavericks player ever when it's all said and done.
How tall is Luka? 6'10", 6'8"?
6'7", 240.
I've never, other than
He's 6'7", 240, flabby. LeBron's 6'9", 240.
other than, and it's not fair, other than Kevin Durant, I've never seen anyone shoot better with someone in his face
Than him.
Than him. It's almost like crazy how beautiful his fadeaway and touches. Kevin Durant, 7 foot. Like he has an advantage.
His reach is
reach is over there. But what looks like bad shots, he makes.
Well, the step back 3, the 1 foot off the, off his back foot, shit like that.
I'm on Luka's. I think he's been incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. He's a must watch.
If he's an American player, he's the face of the league.
He talks great English.
I think he speaks great English. He speaks Spanish as well.
Didn't he drive a Mustang or a Camaro?
No, I think that. But the thing is, the people don't want to accept him as the face of the league.
Is it because he's a whining Euro?
It's because he's a Euro.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, because nobody wants to admit Shaq was fucking crying because Joker won the MVP. Like, bro, you're gonna sit here and say he's not the best player. And I think the NBA has finally realized we need to start giving the MVP to the best player. Like, they didn't realize that for a long time.
years. Shaq dominated the league. They gave it to Steve Nash and other guys.
The first year Nash won, Kobe should have won. The year Kobe won, Nash should have won.
Yeah.
Nash did phenomenal things. They had no Amare. They won 60 wins. Don't take that away from Nash. There's no doubt about it.
Shaq was the most dominant player.
At that time, Shaq was already done. Like, he was already down. Like, you're not going to tell me that LeBron wasn't the best player from 2014 to 2019. He didn't win one MVP during that stretch. Not one.
Yeah, and he probably dominated in every category, probably.
And he didn't win one.
Yeah.
Now that we see that Joker wins because he's dominating scorer, rebounder. He's 7 dimes a game. He's the MVP. So Luka next year probably going to be the MVP.
Well, I mean,
And he's winning this title.
it might be Bronny James.
Oh, by the way, have you seen, dude? So check this out. By the way,
That's
great.
why I brought it up.
I like that, dude. People are betting on Bronny to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah, it's the stupidest shit ever.
Plus 200.
What?
200 to 1. So with a
200 million?
no 200 to 1. So with $1, you win $200. With $1 that he's going to be the number 1 pick. It's the most bet on of the NBA
Yeah, I saw it.
draft.
Can I
Stupid.
just
It's just because people,
can I just open a lemonade stand, but instead selling that pick in front of my house?
is unbelievable. It
You
was
could
200 to
put
1.
any odds you want because he's not getting picked first.
No.
He shouldn't even get picked.
Well, now listen. So Rich Paul, they interviewed Rich Paul. The interview came out. I read a story how he had supposedly, I don't know how true this is. He had 8 teams lined up for a workout.
He refused them.
He's only taking 2. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns, like Charles Barkley said. The Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns. Those are the only 2 supposedly workouts that he's taking.
That's insane.
Which picks,
man.
they pick at like 17 and 21 or some shit.
That is just
Can you believe that shit?
if he,
And he said, and Rich Paul said he's not taking a 2-way contract.
I saw that. That's stupid.
that's just crazy.
Are these
man.
motherfuckers delusional?
Delusional, man.
Delusional. Unbelievable.
That is crazy.
You've never heard Aries Spears do a Charles Barkley bit?
No, you just did it way better than I thought you were going to. The comedy, the faintest
Have
sounds.
you seen it, right? Where he goes, Krispy Kreme donut, round like a rim. Like he just says Charles Barkley would blurt shit out. Yeah, no. And shout out to Aries Spears, by the way. Phenomenal
Oh,
comic.
dude.
Oh, it's so good.
Impressions.
Lives in Northridge, but that's what I heard. That's
what I
only that's
Word on the
only
street said.
that's only because I saw him at the airport and I saw his driver before at the baggage claim. I saw he had a little sign that says Aries Spears.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, where are you going, man?" "Oh, Northridge."
There is a couple gated communities.
A couple.
I think
That-
two that I know of.
There's
Dr.
like-
Dr. Dre lived in Northridge for a little bit.
Yeah. Supposedly there's a rumor Hulk Hogan lived there. Not sure how true that was. But anyways. So Bronny, that's a fucking joke. But the good thing about the NBA draft is we don't have to wait months like the NFL draft. By the end of June, before Power Slap, I think it is. I think it's the 27th
Yeah.
that we will find out if Bronny gets drafted,
That's insane. I can't believe.
which will be fun to see.
It'll be fun. We won't know anyone but Bronny.
Yeah, the number one pick is like these two French dudes. Since when the fuck did France become good at basketball? Like it's Tony Parker, Rudy Gobert, and now all of a sudden there's Wemby.
Wembayama.
Yeah, well now,
Oh,
Now the new kid is I think he's younger and taller than Wemby.
I've yes. I've
yeah,
heard.
and then the other kid, I think he's from New Zealand, the projected number 2 pick, but he plays in France,
Yeah.
and he's also a big dude who can shoot.
France is doing some shit, man.
I don't even know. Like Boris Diaw is.
Boris Diaw.
That's some
French.
respect. They got to start somewhere.
Yeah, they
Yes,
got to start
yes.
somewhere. Shout out to the Frenchmen.
Charlotte Bobcats.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, by the way, next Saturday. Oh no, it's this Saturday.
You'll see.
This Saturday, Real Madrid
Oh.
Yes.
against Dortmund.
I was looking for my. I wanted to wear that jersey today.
Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid in Istanbul, Turkey, Champions League final. Bet it all is Borussia. Oh, it's at Wembley this year? Ah, I thought it was in Istanbul.
Oh.
Anyways, brother. Ooh.
Ooh.
Anyways, at Wembley, Real Madrid, bet them all to lift the cup.
Wait, you just said Bruce Dortmund.
No. That's who they're playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just-
Real
I'm
Madrid-
just making sure.
No. Real Madrid's lifting the cup. Like they might win 4 of the next 5. Literally. 4 of the next 5. They're gonna sign Mbappe.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, it's over, Johnny.
I just seen something. I'm not a soccer fan whatsoever, but on really
Go ahead.
on Instagram, there's this thing. Can you talk about the fall of Barcelona? I guess like there's a bunch of guys that are leaving, and
Yeah, so that fall has already happened. Like
Yeah.
when Messi left, they got old, and so Messi left, and
Neymar or no Ronaldinho.
yeah, no, that's been years.
That's been-
But they're never gonna get there from here on out. And they have young talent, like really, really young guys, like 16, 17-year-old guys that are playing like at high levels. They finished second in their league this year. And they performed well in Champions, better than expected, but they're older guys. For example, they fired the coach, which is a Barcelona, top 3 or 4 player all time from their team. They fired him. I didn't think they were going to fire him. They fired him because he had said he was going to quit. He didn't quit, and they fired his ass. So, but I think I don't think they're going to be even close to Madrid going forward. Like
What's your pick?
on Madrid. Oh no, Madrid's the pick. No, what he was talking about was Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Barca's. I think for the next 4 or 5 years at least, they're not even going to be close to Real Madrid.
Will
Like-
Barca ever reach that peak of having Suarez, Messi, and Neymar again?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they have like Lamel, who's like 16 or 17 years old. He's phenomenal. They just need to, they have young talent. They don't have that superstar.
Yeah.
Madrid has superstars. Manchester City has superstars. Even,
So
so
you think that's a product of Saudi Arabia throwing money at guys?
no, all the guys that are leaving are old, or they're older. They're on
But they're
the
stars.
They're on the wrong side of 30. Barcelona doesn't need stars on the wrong side of 30. Madrid stars in the next 5 years, Mbappe will still be under 30.
Yeah.
Vinny will still be under 30. I don't think Jude will even be 25.
Yeah.
Like those dudes, and those are 3 of the 15, 16 best players in the world today.
Yeah.
And they're not even, to 25 yet. So, but Madrid on Saturday, I think they're going to blow them out.
noon.
2-0, noon. I think it should be on Fox. or CBS or one of those, but you'll be able to see it on regular television. So Madrid, bet the house on them to lift the cup, cover. I think they beat them.
I would love
2-0 at least.
have you make you watch that. And if you can appreciate the skill level, like if you're gonna watch the best, watch that game. It's that's a Dana White's on the wrong side of that.
Yeah, well, he is,
argument.
but
He's on the wrong side. I disagree. I don't even watch soccer, but I was like, bro, you're out of your fucking
Well,
mind.
that's you just said I don't even watch soccer. You just made our case.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Dana,
I agree with you.
Dana's on the side that I used to be on.
Yes.
Which is anybody can play soccer because that's how you look at it as when you see little kids,
Right.
5, 6, 7 years old, right? That's what I'm just. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
I
saying.
don't agree with that because my big ass and a lot of big asses like me are not going out on the field. We're playing goalie and we're missing every shot.
Oh, sure, every shot.
Every
at you.
shot. And you're not going to put us anywhere on the field because I'm huffing and puffing after 30 seconds. My thing is with soccer, I'm an American. I like points. You got to up the points. I'm not watching a game for 90 minutes of motherfuckers running around and seeing 2-1. That bothers me. Oh my gosh, I can't.
you don't understand the scoring system.
Right.
There's a scoring system. Like you don't in the
Have you ever
league.
watched a football game that's 14-10?
Yes.
You ever played
How many?
it?
That's 4 scores.
Right.
That's 4.
Right.
That's it. We're
Right.
just adding
But
numbers
you're
to it.
talking to a guy that's played the game, so I'm naturally going to be inclined to. You're saying you want me to watch soccer.
Seven,
So I'm saying- but-
7-0
okay,
game is
but-
1-0.
Right. But most
We just watched the
But
1-0
most
game.
football games, as the sport is progressing, this football's becoming more offensive. We're seeing scores becoming more higher and higher. So it's becoming a more offensive game. As a guy that's American football guy who likes to score points, I'm watching basketball because they're scoring 80, 90, 100 a game. I'm watching football because I'm used to seeing 40, 30, 40, 50 a game. I'm not watching soccer and seeing 2-1
That's
for
college
90.
football though. NFL actually this season had like a record-setting under.
Right, but I'm saying football as a whole and any level is becoming a more offensive game. There's more
The
score-
unders hit more than ever.
Bosco
last
win a
year.
game like 10-0.
St. Thomas Aquinas, that fucking game was horrible. But let me say this. Baseball's America's pastime. No one likes a 15-16. People appreciate a beautiful pitched game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
baseball.
not. So you're asking me two different questions: whether I appreciate soccer and whether I like and I can enjoy watching soccer. I appreciate what they're doing, the work they put in. Messi, like I see Messi highlights all the time. Like, bro, I could fucking never. But as a guy, if you want me to sit down and watch it, it's hard because I'm watching guys and girls run around for 90 minutes and score a couple of points. I'm just letting you know what the average fan is going to tell you, bro. 2-1, I can't.
So you don't like baseball then?
No, for a similar reason.
You don't watch any Jets games?
Baseball's a little different.
You don't watch any
I
Jets
don't
games?
watch the Jets. Period. Aaron
So you don't
Rodgers
watch
is
any-
now, so I will.
Jets.
Yeah, Jets, Patriots games.
Right,
Like those games that are 3-0 in the
Browns at
NFL,
home.
Right.
that shit is half a point to nothing.
right,
Like that, they didn't even get a whole point.
right. But
If we score it like that,
I'm
like
putting it into
Ravens Steelers for years was 2-1.
right.
One,
I'm still
one-
saying that.
1 to half a point.
Answer my question: is football not, as a whole, leveled NFL to fucking Pop Warner? Is it not becoming a more offensive game? Are there not, on average, more points being scored more now than ever?
Not last year in the NFL. Not last year
in the NFL. I'm as a whole from the last 5, 10
I don't know.
years.
I don't go to a lot of Pop Warner
yes,
games.
yes. No. So I asked you top to bottom. You sure? You watch high school? Like
I'm
a
watching the top level.
You watch high school? You
Yeah,
watch
well,
college?
dude,
You watch football?
Did Bosco not win a game like 20-7
You're
last year?
watching one
10-0?
game. Bosco offense averaged 48 points last year.
Did you
Yeah,
not
but
watch
against the
Iowa
good
play
teams.
football last year?
Bosco plays all good teams.
Did you not watch Iowa?
That's one
Big
team.
Ten.
You're talking about the worst
Big
team
Ten
in
doesn't score points.
50S.
Big Ten doesn't
Right,
score.
that's one conference I'm talking about. As
The
a
best
whole,
conference,
the
the
football. Relax. As a
the
football,
best
relax.
conference.
Big Ten.
Okay, who's
Second
better?
best conference. The
Because
SEC.
you hate the
Thank you.
SEC.
I hate the SEC. It's the best conference. It's the best conference.
Please clip that.
Clip the shit, put it on
that- you gotta
record.
Put
Change.
that in the thing.
No,
I
I'm
hate the SEC.
gonna overlay when you say
Bullshit.
it to just that clip.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
the
it. That's
SEC.
exactly what you said.
Fuck the SEC. Straight trash. Best conference. But I'm putting in perspective. You're asking me, the football guy, if I'm going to sit down and watch soccer. I'm giving you the casual reason why I won't. I'm not saying I don't appreciate baseball. To hit a baseball is the hardest fucking thing to do out of all sports. We can argue about that later. I'm saying sit down and watch a game. Baseball, you're scoring. Like you see fucking 10-1. We're like, bro, woo.
Horrible game.
Right. No, not to me. I like that shit. 10
That's a
fucking home
terrible
runs.
That's
10
a terrible game.
That's a terrible game, but 10 home runs, I'm like, that was I like points. I like points. Most people that watch sports like me,
That's American.
Points.
I was
That's
gonna say,
Americans. I
ugly
said that.
American.
I said
That's
that.
American.
Ugly
I
American.
said that. Best country in the world.
Yeah, but you guys got to expand your sports horizon.
Yeah,
The
man.
number one or number two sport in the world is soccer. I think it's cricket.
I think it's cricket.
Oh, it's
It's
cricket.
one or two. It's like that. One or
Right.
two.
But we're in America. We live in like a little bubble where there's
No,
football.
You live in a
No,
little
no,
bubble.
all
We watch
Rafa,
everything.
Rafa,
Yeah, watch it.
Americans, right? Cuban, Puerto Rican. I'm talking about real, like like me, casual guys
Player,
that
I
like.
was born in this country.
Motherfucker,
Like I
please.
was born in this country.
Nero,
Like I'm
you're
American
talking
as fuck.
about you're Latino though. You have a culture of watching
We don't-
baseball and
Cubans-
soccer.
Cubans don't watch soccer. You're out of your mind.
Baseball and soccer. You were talking about baseball and soccer.
Yeah, but Cubans don't watch base and soccer. Puerto Ricans don't watch soccer.
Two sports that don't score a lot. Yes or no? Where the point system does not allow them to score a lot of points. Yes or no? Yes, that's a fact. You're
Those are
asking
scores.
Rafa.
Now, forget the points.
Rafa,
We're
you're
talking. No. Forget the points. Like, actually break it down. We're talking about scores. We're talking about actual scores. There's soccer games that are 3-2. If you put it in football, and so that's 21-14.
right. But as a casual football fan, you're looking at
So you want
5
a goal
to
to
3.
be? You want a goal to be worth 6 points?
I'm not going to tell you to change the game of soccer. That's stupid. But most people, a casual, tell you, yeah, change the point system. I'm not telling you should. You're asking me whether I am going to sit down and watch something versus whether I appreciate something. I'm a former
And
division.
the
I am a
skill level.
former Division I athlete. I have friends who are soccer and baseball Division I athletes. I appreciate what they do, but I'm not going to sit down and be like, yes, soccer. I'm going to sit down and be like, yes, football. Like most Americans will. Period.
Eh.
And nothing.
Yeah.
You ask an average American, you want to sit down and watch Tom Brady, or you want to sit down and watch Lionel Messi? They're gonna.
Oh no,
they're gonna.
it's messy.
We went to
Jacob,
all
the
Messi, no
average,
doubt about it.
the average American like
I'm
me.
willing to
To
bet
bet?
you, if you look it up, from ages 18 to 25, that soccer in this country is the number one sport. 18 to 25.
In this country,
And look it up.
And
Look it up.
I guarantee you, college football is bigger than
18
soccer.
to 25.
In our age group.
18 to
I
25.
guarantee
Look
you,
it
in
up.
our age group,
Look it
college
up.
football is better than soccer. How do you even measure that? Like a shitty survey?
A shitty survey. Look it up.
100
Betty Money.
people, 1,000 people survey. You're
I
not
don't
going to
know.
get any
Let's look it
good
up.
exiting
Let's
survey
look it-
data.
Let's look it up.
You need hundreds of thousands of people our
Have you
age to
guys-
get good survey data.
Listen, there's an Instagram page. It's very elementary, but I watch it.
The
They
top
do-
10?
They do lists.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
And
those.
they've
dudes.
done the top 10 most popular organizations. All
Yeah,
of them.
all of
suck.
them are soccer.
And I
Now
think,
what-
I think Yankees.
I'm not. Oh,
might-
we're not. I'm not arguing
the
that.
closest I can find was 18 to 29.
What is it?
23% say basketball, 24% say football, and 10% say soccer.
Hmm.
21% said. I don't have
But
favorite
even
sport.
then, I guarantee you that poll 100, 200, 300 people. Like they're getting this neighborhood and asking. people.
2,200 responders.
See,
2,200. Not enough.
not enough.
Not enough.
I don't know. We went to the semifinals of the championship at 12 noon on a Wednesday.
Oh, at
Yeah,
Old
you're
Locos, it
taking
was packed.
one. You're
Packed.
taking one event. You're not taking a whole. You're not taking a lot. You're taking one event and saying that's what I'm going to base this off of. I'm saying if you ask an average person our age, I guarantee you they're going to say NFL, NBA, college football, soccer might even fall below MLB. In our age group specifically, your age group totally different. My dad loves soccer and MLB, loves it.
Just give it a chance. Just give it a chance.
Take me
give it a chance.
to a game.
Yeah, now you're
Yeah,
asking
all
for
right
too
then.
much. Now
All
you're
right
asking
then,
for too much.
cuz.
Yeah.
Now you're
I
asking-
think
now
I'm
you're
gonna be
asking
sitting
for-
my ass there watching
Yeah. Everyone's gonna think you're Brazilian.
Patty Holmes. Eu falo português, senhor.
He's Brazilian.
Eu falo.
Yeah.
He's Brazilian. So,
I
anyways,
hate to wrap the show like that, but we're gonna.
we're gonna wrap it up next
wrap it up.
Friday. We got some more power slap hopefully for you next Friday.
Yes.
We'll have the NBA Finals matchup, which I think will be beginning in June 6th, which is next Thursday,
Yeah.
right? So we'll have a recap of Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Yep.
Whoever that may be. Game 5, I think, is tomorrow. Mavs and T-Wolves. I think the Mavs wrap it up tomorrow.
Point spread pick.
I like the Mavs tomorrow, and I like the over tomorrow as well. So
Enough said.
Mavs tomorrow, and that's about it.
Thank you guys for watching episode 82. Two Nobodies with the Mic. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, fuck, man.